To me, that was.
They used to march.
Oh, yeah,
they used to march.
That was Wildwood side.
Yep. They used to march from the high school down here.
Yeah.
Yep.
Be sitting out there.
Oh yeah.
In his golf cart.
Oh yeah. Gorski, go fill this up for me, will you? Go fill this up for me.
Okay. Yeah, what's that say?
He's gonna put it on at 10:50.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna call in like 2 minutes.
Okay.
All right.
Those years.
Oh, that was the best. It was the best ever. That was. You couldn't get pumped up to come play Wildwood in the '80s. You just. Anybody will tell you. You talk to anybody who played at like the Prep, St. Joe. You know, they'll tell you we love going to Wildwood. Love going. Even the referees, they all wanted to go referee at Wildwood. The atmosphere was great. I hear Teresa's team's pretty good, huh?
For what?
Oops.
Nah.
Yeah?
They'll be okay. I mean, this is I think it's a little bit of a transition year.
Really?
A little bit.
Okay.
Yeah. She's got like 5 freshmen in, none of whom is like great, but they all could be decent by the time they get to be like juniors. So.
Okay.
She's got West Hills' younger sister.
Any good?
She's big.
Really?
And when you look at her, she's a lot more athletic than she looks. Like she's big, like a little wide, and she's
Where's he gonna wind up?
I don't know what he's doing right now.
Yeah. I figured somebody with all the injuries, somebody would snatch him up. I thought maybe the Jets would go after him. They got rid of Le'Veon Bell.
Hey, Norm. Hey, it's Brian. What's happening? How you doing? I'm all right. We can go on at any time, really. Yep. Okay. All right. That's fine. Right. Yeah. Okay.
Hey Norm, it's Ed Gorski. How are you? Good. What's up?
Buddy's away for the weekend.
Much better looking than Bud. So.
Yeah, especially on the radio. Yeah. All right. Okay. All right, that's fine. Yeah. Okay. Yep. Check. Test. 1 2 3 3 2 1 1 2 3 3 2 1.
Check 1 2. Check 1 2.
Okay. All right. Yeah, pump us in and that's fine. Thank you.
Wildwood's got the toss and receive. Come on.
All right, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Maxwell Field in Wildwood for a special edition of high school football on the coast, a rare Sunday morning game between Wildwood and Lindenwold. This game was originally scheduled for Friday evening, but because of those heavy rains and poor field conditions, the game was pushed to this morning for this 11 a.m. start here at Maxwell Field. I'm Brian Kniff alongside Ed Gorski. Ed Gorski subbing in for Buddy Tarbotton, who could not make this morning's game. Chris Knoll on the live video stream. You can catch that at coastsportstoday.com or the Coast Sports Today Facebook page. And this is a game featuring two teams that have been struggling over recent years. Lindenwold comes in here having lost, I believe it was 19 straight. And Wildwood, of course, is on a 47-game losing streak. They haven't won since 2014. So both of these teams looking to get off of that losing streak here this morning. So it actually should be a very competitive football game between these two teams. Wildwood comes in here having lost their first two games to Pittman 20-12. That was the game that was suspended at halftime due to a fracas that broke out in the end zone on the last play of the half. And then they lost their second game 37-6 to Gloucester after playing very well for a half, and they just faded in the second half. For Lindenwold, they are also 0-2. They have a 50-14 loss to Gloucester to open the season. They were actually down 50-0 after 3 quarters in that game, and they also lost to Gloucester Catholic last week. So this will be an interesting matchup between two teams that, on the bottom side of, small schools, small in the program. Wildwood will dress 20 players today. I believe Lindenwold has 26 in uniform today. So should be a rather competitive game. And Wildwood coached by Ken Loomis and Lindenwold by James McGurl. And
yeah, what a great day for football here, Brian. It's a Sunday, which is really odd for Wildwood. I can't think back to when, and that's a great trivia question, when the last time the Warriors played a football game on a Sunday. Hopefully it'll be an entertaining game. Like you said, both teams struggling to say the least, and someone's going to walk out of here today a pretty happy team.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens in this one. Wildwood has won the toss. They have elected to receive, and they will wear their all maroon jerseys and pants trimmed in white and gray, with the white helmets trimmed in maroon and gray. Lindenwold wearing white jerseys trimmed in blue and gold, blue pants trimmed in gold, and dark blue helmets trimmed in white and gold. And Wildwood will be moving from the south end to the north end here at Maxwell Field. Certainly one of the great venues for high school football, especially down here at the Jersey Shore. So, again, the rare Sunday morning football game, so should be very interesting. Kind of a light crowd here. The Wildwood side has some decent numbers, but really no one on the Lindenwold side. And it looks like they're going to actually start this game maybe a little bit early here, but so we'll see how they handle it. But it looks like the teams are ready to go. They're about to play the national anthem momentarily. So we are going to take a break here. We'll take a 3-minute break, and they'll play the national anthem. We'll come back and we'll be ready to go. It's Wildwood and Lindenwold coming up next on 98.7 The Coast and coastsportstoday.com.
These rules provide for fair competition among players, spectators.
Cork and Bottle in Wildwood supports celebrating the accomplishments of our local student athletes, and we wish nothing but the best success for the Wildwood High School football team. When it comes to celebrating, no one knows the good party better than the Cork and Bottle, featuring all of the beers, wines, and spirits to make any occasion the perfect occasion. We offer local brews, too, and yes, we deliver free into Wildwood, 7 Mile Beach, Rio Grande, and Cape May. Wildwood High have a successful football season, and moms and dads, when you plan that special get-together, remember the Cork and Bottle, 4601 Atlantic Avenue in Wildwood, or order online at thecourtdelivers.com.
House raising wood and block and bone. That's how we roll that 19 hole. Driveways, sidewalks, pavers and mow. That's how we roll that 19 hole. So if you need some work, don't be a jerk. Give us a call, that 19 hole. 522-7210. 522-7210. So you can roll with 19 hole.
Hey kids, this is Wildwood Mayor Pete Byron. It's that time of the year again, and the City of Wildwood proudly supports all of our local schools. Whether you're in class or learning from home, please protect yourself and others and follow all the rules.
And now that football season is upon us, the City of Wildwood wants to wish the Wildwood Warriors the best of luck this season.
You don't have to live with chronic knee pain any longer. Hi, I'm Dr. Bob Olivieri, Director of the Pain Laser Center at Olivieri Chiropractic. Let us prove to you how we can help relieve your chronic knee pain through our non-surgical, non-pharmaceutical program. Schedule an appointment today and let us prove to you how we can help you using our unique state-of-the-art technologies. Avoid knee surgery, painful injections, and pain medication and get back into living a pain-free life. Contact us today at Olivieri Chiropractic, 886-8585. That's 886-8585. Olivieri Chiropractic, the place for pain relief.
Triano and Sons in Wildwood knows what a strong foundation is about. We have assisted families with their paving and concrete needs for more years than we can count. And we built our business on being reliable, dependable, affordable, and, well, nice matters. To our high school football players this fall, be safe, be competitive, and give everything you have. And know Triano and Sons is right here behind you today. And always. Triano and Sons. Call 609-522-3355.
Saratoga Inn is a proud sponsor of the Wildwood Warriors. Have a great season to the coaches and players. Saratoga Inn, located at 7501 Ocean Avenue in Wildwood Crest. Serving breakfast and lunch, open 7 a.m. till 2 p.m. That's the Saratoga Inn at 609-522-7712. The Saratoga Inn at 522-7712. Best of luck to the Wildwood Warriors from the Saratoga Inn in Wildwood Crest.
Lions elected to kick off.
They switched up.
Towards a bigger dream, a Broadway musical. The brothers say they've always wanted to hit
You love and the artists to bring them to life.
AT40.
We've made it to your top 10. And the guys in AJR are writing songs for a new album, but in their downtime, they're also working towards a bigger dream, a Broadway musical. The brothers say they've always wanted to write a stage musical, so they're doing it. They're going to keep details on the show under wraps, but hopefully, when the timing's right, it will materialize on Broadway. AJR, bang, 10.
I get up, I get down, and I'm jumping around, and the rumpus and rock is a comfortable nap. Been a hell of a ride, but I'm thinking it's time to grow.
High school football, streaming live on coastsportstoday.com on 98.7 The Coast.
Ed Gorski, we are back at Maxwell Field. Brian Kniff alongside Ed Gorski and Lindenwold against Wildwood. This rare Sunday morning football game after the postponement from Friday due to rain and poor field conditions here at Maxwell Field. Ernie Triano for Wildwood and Isaiah Peterkin from Lindenwold served as the captains for today. As we told you before the break, Wildwood won the toss, and they are receiving. It's Junior Hans and Miguel Claudio back deep for Wildwood, and it looks like it will be Peterkin to kick it off for the Lindenwold Lions. There's the whistle. Glad you could join us here on 98.7 The Coast and coastsportstoday.com as we are now underway at Maxwell Field. It's a squib kick. It's picked up by Dom Troiano at the 35, and he does a good job rather than just falling on it like a lot of players do. He had time and space, so he picked it up and he got about 10 yards. So Wildwood will have good field position at their own 45 to start the football game.
Yeah, I don't think they wanted anything to do with Junior Hans back there, Brian. A young, great athlete, a lot of speed. They just squib kicked it there and hopefully maybe catch Wildwood off guard to start the game. Beautiful day here at Maxwell Field. Sunny, about 60 degrees with a slight breeze. Where else would you rather be on a Sunday morning than here watching the Warriors play Lindenwold?
So Ernie Troiano in the shotgun, as Wildwood usually does. 4 receiver set. Wildwood usually plays without a tight end. The lone running back is Claudio. There's the snap. It's a handoff to Claudio, and he's got some room, gets up to about the 50. So it's a good run there to start on first down, a pickup of about 5, and it'll be second down and 5 for the Warriors right at midfield.
Miguel Claudio, a senior running back, not too bad of a year so far this year, has been able to move the ball a little bit on the ground and give the Warriors some space and get on the midfield.
So second down and 5, ball right at the midfield stripe. Early stages, first quarter, no score. 4 receiver set again, 2 split to each side. Claudio, the lone setback, and Troiano, as usual, in the shotgun here against the Lindenwold defense. Long count, takes the snap. Hands it again to Claudio. Claudio's got a hole. He's across the 35-30, inside the 20, and finally dragged down at the 12-yard line. 38-yard run by Miguel Claudio. And Wildwood is in scoring position already.
A great call by the Warriors coaching staff there. Going with the 4 receivers. Caught Lindenwold in a little bit of a nap. Claudio was able to take the ball over the left tackle and find daylight for about 30 yards.
Yeah, it'll go down as a 38-yard run officially, and it's a 12. It's down to the 12, so it's first and 10 from the 12. Obviously, Wildwood can get a touchdown, get a first down without scoring a touchdown. As early stages, first quarter, Warriors knocking on the door here. Claudio again, the single setback. 3 receivers split to the far side, 1 to the near side. Troiano, high snap. He's going to throw. Throws a fade to the corner. Oh, it's intercepted in the back corner of the end zone. What a play. Tremendous interception back there.
Number 8.
And the interception was by Nazir Bryant. Troiano was under pressure.
A lot of pressure.
And I don't think he wanted to throw the ball that early. And he kind of wanted to give one of his players a chance to make a play on it, and it was the Lindenwold player Bryant with the ENT.
Dennis Asare, if I'm saying the name right, Asar, he had the pressure over the right side to Troiano, and I believe it looked like Troiano went to throw to the back of the end zone, but got a little bit of air under it, and it was a great athletic play to be picked off by Lindenwold.
So here comes Lindenwold to run on first down. Good tackle in there. And
Michael Busby on the carry.
that was Dom Troiano on the tackle, gain of 3.
Tackle by Troiano.
Wildwood having a little bit of the air taken out of their sails a little bit, moving the ball very well on 3 plays, and then to throw the interception a little bit unfortunate.
Second down and 7 for Lindenwold. Brandon Soler is the quarterback for the Lions. Takes the snap, hands it off again, trying the left side this time, and stopping about 2 or 3 yards short of the first down is Michael Busby. So it'll bring up third down and about 3. Maybe a short 3, long 2.
Lions looking at a 3rd and 3.
So kind of a big play early in the game from Wildwood's standpoint on defense here. They can maybe force the 3 and out if they can get a stop here on third down. Soler now comes up under center. He throws out in the flat. It's too high and incomplete. And he was looking for Josh Salter.
Josh Salter, the do-everything football player for Lindenwold, having a good year so far for the team that has been struggling. Like I said in the beginning, 21 in a row, I believe it is, Brian, that they've been since they won their last game going back to 2018. So
Salter's a nice player. Coach Ken Loomis from Wildwood was very concerned with his athletic ability, and Salter had a tremendous touchdown catch, an athletic touchdown catch in the loss to Gloucester, and he's the punter. Takes the snap. He wants to run, and he falls down. Great play.
Wow.
Great play on the outside by Joe Awad as he kept contained, and Salter didn't know what to do, and he was trying to spin away and fell down. It looked like that was going to be a fake, and now Wildwood will have the ball inside the 10-yard line, first and goal. Yeah, Brian, it looked like a fake play. He rolled to his right, and he actually had number 10, Jason Chavius, wide open on the right side, but he slipped and fell. Wildwood covered him, and Wildwood gets the ball back really right where they left off, where they threw the interception. So nothing lost and a lot gained for the Warriors, especially if they can capitalize and put a touchdown in here. So Wildwood with the football. 9:14 to go, first quarter. And Wildwood now at the Lindenwold 8 after the fake punt by Lindenwold on 4th and 2 goes awry. Claudio the lone setback, Troiano under center. Or actually in the shotgun, excuse me. Takes the snap, rolls to his right, it's an option, fumbles the football, it's picked up by Lindenwold, and they have it. And outside the 15-yard line, they return it to the 17.
Another unfortunate miscue for the Warriors, Brian.
Yeah,
the pitch from Troiano was a little late.
Yeah, I don't really like that. If you want Miguel Claudio to run the football, just hand it to him.
Give it to him.
Yeah, that's.
It looked like it was going to be an option play,
right?
And Claudio was not ready for the pitch. Obviously, when Troiano pitched it a little bit late, and it hit him high off the shoulder pad, bounced right into the Lindenwold player's hand. And,
so 1st and 10 for Lindenwold at the 30-yard line of Wildwood. 8:15 to go, first quarter.
Lindenwold showing 3 receivers to the right.
And now they roll a man in motion to this near side. And now we have...
That's going to be a motion.
Illegal motion again. That looked like that might have been a double pass there. They threw backwards to Salter.
Yeah.
But the play was stopped because Lindenwold moved early.
3 players looked like they knew what they were doing. One was a little bit unsure of himself, and then, as a result, the penalty. And be 1st and 15 with the ball on the 30. Correction, ball on the 25.
So, yeah, 1st and 15, as Ed said. Clock now inside 8 minutes to go, first quarter. No score. Wildwood has twice had the ball inside Lindenwold's 15-yard line and has turned it over both times. But Lindenwold here with the ball on 1st and 15. 3 receivers split to this near side. They hand it off to Salter. Salter cuts forward and is taken down after a gain of maybe 2. And that was not executed well from the start, as Solar and Salter ran into one another on the exchange there. And give him a pickup of 1, so it's 2nd and 14.
Ernie Troiano was able to come in from the defensive backside and make the stop there. He read that play right. As soon as they bumped into one another, he gobbled them up and held them to only a 1-yard gain.
Yeah, Salter is easily 6 foot, 160-pound senior, easily Lindenwold's most dangerous player.
I'll give you a stat on him after this play, Brian. Pretty interesting.
Here is in the under center this time. They toss it to the far side, and bumped out of bounds is Jason Chavis after a gain of about 8 or 9.
Salter, going back to Salter, Brian, he is the do-everything player for Lindenwold. 319 all-purpose yards this year, 140 yards rushing, 52 receiving, and he's got 127 yards in kick return yards in just 2 games for Lindenwold.
It ends up being a 3rd and 7. Chavis stepped out a little before I had originally thought. He stepped out of bounds at the 32, so it's 3rd and 7. Fumble on the snap. I think Wildwood's got it. Wildwood does have it. And it's recovered by Jose Matos.
Matos was right there. The ball bounces off the running back's chest, falls to the ground. Matos covers it. Wildwood ball. 6:36 left to play in the first quarter. Wildwood's going to have the ball on the Lindenwold 27.
Yeah, so here's Wildwood. This is 3 times now. This is their 3rd possession inside Lindenwold territory, and it might be about time for the Warriors to capitalize.
Hey, the old 3 to make 1, Brian. Let's see if it works here.
Troiano in the shotgun, 4 receivers set, 2 to each side. Claudio, the lone running back. They hand it off to Claudio. He's hit immediately and actually does well to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Lindenwold had that covered very well. They stacked the line, and Claudio ran right into a wall of Lindenwold players.
And actually, they'll put it down as a loss of 1, so it's second down and 11 for Wildwood. Clock approaching 6 minutes. It'll be under 6 minutes by the time they get this play off here in the first quarter. No score. We've had an exchange of turnovers here by both teams. Second down and 11 for Wildwood. Troiano fakes a handoff, and he has some room. Cuts it, stiff arms a man, and gets down to about the 20. He's going to be about 3 yards short of the first down. A good read option there.
Real good read option for Troiano. He was able to come around the left side and beat one player. He was actually one player away from finding the end zone.
Yeah, and this is that makes this a more manageable situation here because now you got 2 downs to make 3 yards. Ball at the 20-yard line, third down and 3. No score, 5:15 to go first quarter. Glad you can join us for some rare Sunday morning high school football.
I think Troiano has to look Claudio's way here, Bri. Go with the bell cow. Give him the ball and see if he can get those 3 yards for a first down and regroup a little bit.
Troiano fakes it. He's going to run himself. He's got all kinds of room on the outside. Stiff arms a man, and he's knocked out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. He's got the first down and more, down to about the 7.
Another great read by Troiano. He had one guy to beat as Sarah, number 9 for Lindenwold. Just was able to get 2 hands on him and push him out at the 7-yard line to save a touchdown.
So first and goal, they actually mark it up at the 6, so it's a 14-yard gain. And Wildwood now, this is their 3rd time inside the 15-yard line. You have to capitalize here if you're the Warriors. And I think this, Ed, right here is don't get too fancy. Just run it 4 times. Run it 4 times if you have to.
Absolutely. You got Claudio in the backfield who's done a real nice job. The last 2 plays out of the last 3 plays were Troiano's way, running to the left. Stick with what works. 4:52 left in the first quarter. Troiano hands off to Claudio up the middle. It looks, he stopped at the 1-yard line.
So Claudio stopped short, but still a really good run there on first down. Looks like they'll mark him back at the 2. So it's
Isaiah Peterkin on the stop for Lindenwold.
Second down and goal from the 2-yard line. 4.5 to play first quarter.
You got to think you got to feed it to him one more time here, Bri.
Yeah, I don't think there's any reason to do anything but run the football, either with Claudio or maybe a read option with Troiano.
Troiano back in the shotgun.
Here's the snap. It's a keeper, and he doesn't get anything. He may have even lost the yard.
On the backfield by number 58, Alberto Sanchez.
I thought Wildwood may have jumped a little early there, Bri, but no penalty flag on the play. Second down and 2 from the 2 for the Warriors. 3:50 left in the first quarter. No score.
Yeah, they actually mark it back at the 3, Ed, and it's third down now, so they have 2 downs to try to get in from the 3 here.
I got to let that clock operator catch up.
Hey, Mike Popovic's on the down marker. You know he's going to be correct.
Absolutely.
Just ask him.
Absolutely. I don't know when he was wrong last time. Maybe 87, 86? A long time ago.
So third down and goal from the 3 for Wildwood. 3 receivers split to the far side. Claudio the lone setback. 1 receiver to the near side. Here's the snap. Troiano looking, pushing, can't get it.
Gobbled up by a host of Lindenwold players led by Andrew Herdoer.
And this is another loss.
We have a 4th and goal ball on the 5.
So it's back to the 5-yard line. That was a loss of 2. So it's 4th and goal from the 5. And now you'll be in a situation where you probably have to throw the football.
Yeah, I can't understand, Bri. There's 3 straight plays at Troiano, and all 3 were run to the left side, and all 3 were stopped. So maybe we'll see something a little different here. Wildwood showing 4 receivers, 2 split top and bottom. 2:28 left in the first quarter, no score. Wildwood.
Troiano back, throws, caught by Hans. He's in the end zone for a touchdown.
Junior Hans with a great catch.
Kind of a wide receiver screen, a little pick play. Hans came cutting back across toward the center of the field. It was an easy pitch and catch. And then Hans had all kinds of room and got into the end zone from 5 yards out.
Yeah, pregame, Brian. I watched pregame a little bit, and they worked on this play a lot, Triano to Hans, on that 3 or 4 yard slant pattern, and that's kind of what it was. It was a quick slant, and nobody was around Hans. He was able to get into the end zone and give the Warriors a well-fought-for 6-0 lead right now with the extra point coming.
Yeah, they'll go for 2. Wildwood really doesn't have a kicking game whatsoever, so they go for 2 on after every touchdown. 2:22 to go, first quarter. Wildwood up 6-0. Here's the 2-point try. They hand it off to Claudio. He won't get in. So with 2:22 to go in the first quarter, it is Wildwood 6, Lindenwold nothing. Back after this 30-second break on 98.7 The Coast.
Lindenwold Lions.
Check out Wildwood's newest hotspot, Spill the Wine, featuring 8 wines on tap and 6 draft beers. Also, beer and liquor available for takeout. Spill the Wine, 4100 Atlantic Ave, Wildwood, New Jersey. Check us out online. High school football, streaming live on coastsportstoday.com.
All right, we are back at Maxwell Field. Brian Kniff with Ed Gorski. 6-0 Wildwood. 5-yard touchdown pass from Ernie Troiano to Junior Hans on 4th and goal.
That was a great call by the Warriors, Brian. After 3 straight runs, it just didn't work. Lindenwold packed the line. Troiano was able to drop back, hit Hans on a short slant, and he was able to walk into the end zone pretty much untouched to give the Warriors a 6-0 lead.
And one thing you have to watch for here, Ed, is that Wildwood has onside kicked a lot so far this year. So, yeah, we'll see what happens here.
Well, after being down inside the 15-yard line 3 consecutive times, that wouldn't surprise me. It would be actually fun to see. Beautiful day here down in Wildwood on Park Boulevard, Maxwell Field. Sunny, 62 degrees, a slight breeze from the north.
Ed does weather in his side job.
Sure.
So Lindenwold expecting a short kick. They have 10 players within 20 yards of the kick here. And it's Greg Mitchell to do the kick. And he pops it high, bouncing around at the 30, and diving on it is a Gloucester play. That's a pretty effective kickoff for Wildwood. They gave themselves a chance to possibly get it.
Actually,
diving on it for Lindenwold was the quarterback, Brandon Soler.
He hesitated for a second. The coaching staff screamed to dive on it. If he doesn't cover that ball, Brian, Wildwood gets it back. It's their ball. It would be a 15-yard onside kick, but it would have worked for the Warriors. So
1st and 10 for Lindenwold. They trail 6-0 to Wildwood. 2:21 to go first quarter. Soler under center this time. Had some trouble with the snap fumble, and I think Lindenwold's fullback recovered it, but it will be a loss of 3.
Yeah, Wildwood was coming with 4 down linemen. They got into the backfield almost before the handoff was complete.
It looked like Soler may have had trouble with the snap. It didn't look like he came out of there clean. And then he kind of banged into his fullback and lost the football. And I think it was Peterkin who jumped on the loose ball.
2nd and 13, ball in the Lindenwold 27, 1:45 left in the first.
Soler, it looks like he wants the option. Tosses, fumbles the football, and Wildwood's got it. It's recovered by Miguel Claudio at the 27-yard line of Lindenwold.
Wildwood takes over, 1st and 10.
I tell you, bro, you got to look like Wildwood's defense and the tenacity they're playing with right now. They are almost in the backfield on the snap every time. Lindenwold tried to run an option play to the right. On the pitch was met immediately by Miguel Claudio, who made the hit and recovered the fumble too. Great athletic play by Claudio, and gives the Warriors the ball on the Lindenwold 27 with 1:39 left to play in the first quarter. Wildwood up 6-0.
Yeah, and this is a situation here, and if you're Wildwood, you got to go in and score here. Get your 2-score lead, and really put a lot of doubt in the Lindenwold's head. You got to capitalize on this turnover here. 1st and 10 for Wildwood at the Lindenwold 27. Troiano. He's going to go back to pass here. He's going to throw deep.
Hans
looking for Junior Hans. Incomplete. Hans thinks he was held, but there's no flag on the play, and it's incomplete.
It was incomplete.
He might have been held briefly there, Brian. I don't know if it was enough. Plus, the ball was a little bit over his head and probably ruled uncatchable.
Right.
So no flag on the play. Second down for the Warriors.
Ed, I always think that, you should err on the side of, I always think with pass interference, it should be, everybody at the stadium should know it's pass interference. You start calling something like that, now you're calling pass interference on just about every play.
Absolutely.
So probably a good no call there. Second down and 10 for Wildwood at the 28 of Lindenwold. Trying to capitalize on the third Lindenwold turnover of this game. Wildwood moved early. Miguel Claudio leaned forward, and it's illegal procedure on Wildwood. So that's going to move them back, and it'll be second down and 15 now.
1:34 left in the first quarter. Wildwood on top, 6-0. Second and 15 to go. The ball's on the Lindenwold 33. This is the fourth time now, Brian, that Wildwood's been knocking on the door.
Yep.
And hopefully they will be able to capitalize again.
Yeah, this is a game right here. They really could be dominating, and at this point it's only 6-0. Two running backs in the backfield here for Wildwood. They hand it off to Claudio, and he gets maybe a yard. That's about it.
65, Louis Alvarado.
Early in the game, in the first quarter, Brian, Wildwood had Claudio running up the 2 or 3 plays in a row, kind of caught Lindenwold asleep. They've now since adjusted their defense and are pretty much stacking the deck against that run, especially on the right side of the line for Claudio.
So
third down, 13 to go, ball on the 31 of Lindenwold. 1 minute left in the first quarter. The Warriors 6, Lindenwold nothing at the time.
4 receivers set. 2 to the near side, 2 to the far side. Claudio, the lone running back this time. Troiano takes a low snap.
Great recovery.
Picks it up, throws, looking downfield, and it's caught by Johnny Nolan for a first down.
Nolan on the reception.
And he's finally blown dead. He wouldn't go down, but all the way down at the 10-yard line.
And, Brian, that was a great athletic play by Troiano. He never lost his composure. A bad snap. Actually, the ball was sitting for about a second on the field. He was able to pick it up, drop back, avoid getting crushed.
Well, and you got to give him credit, Ed, because he knew he was going to get crushed.
He was going to get crushed,
and he threw it anyway, and he kept his composure. And now it's 1st and 10 at the 10, for 1st and goal at the 10 for Wildwood. They cannot get a first down without getting a touchdown.
And I believe Coach Loomis is talking to Troiano, and they're just let the time run out here in the first quarter.
Yeah, so end of the first quarter, it is Wildwood 6, Lindenwold nothing. Back after this 30-second break on 98.7 The Coast.
That was a help.
Pride in our community begins with the people you call neighbors, friends, and those who always support. Here at Reef Family Pharmacy in Cape May Courthouse, we are proud to support our local student athletes during their academic and athletic careers. Reef Pharmacy's success was built from the ground up. Neighbors helping neighbors and providing an exceptional level of customer service. And to our high school football players, play hard, play fair, play tough, and most importantly, enjoy the experience. Reef Family Pharmacy, Route 9 South, Cape May Courthouse. Visit reeffamilypharmacy.com.
Thanks for listening to High School Football on 98.
On November 3rd versus Pittman. That's on Country.
All right, we are back at Wildwood's Maxwell Field. Brian Kniff with Ed Gorski subbing in for Buddy Tarbotton today. Wildwood leading 6-0 at the end of the first quarter, but they do have it 1st and goal at the 10 to start this second quarter. High school football on the coast, proudly brought to you by Crest Savings Bank. Banking since 1919 with branches to serve you throughout Cape May County. Visit CrestSavings.com. The city of Wildwood proudly supports the Wildwood Warriors and wishes them the best of luck this season. The city of Wildwood wants everyone to stay safe this school year, protect yourself and others. One-Off Marketing specializes in many services for your business or personal use. One-Off Marketing is located at Bennett and Pacific Avenues in Wildwood, or log on to oneoffmarketing.com, and good luck, Wildwood Warriors. Spill the Wine features 8 wines on tap and 6 draft beers with a full packaged goods liquor store I wonder who writes these things for takeout. Spill the Wine at 4100 Atlantic Avenue in Wildwood. Check them out online. Spill the Wine and go Wildwood Warriors. So Wildwood leading 6-0 here, but they have the ball first and goal at the Lindenwold 10-yard line to start this second quarter.
And I tell you, Brian, you can't really be unhappy as a coach for the Warriors right now. These kids playing with all their heart and soul down inside the Lindenwold 15-yard line 3 times. They finally get a score. Now they're back knocking on the door again. You got to give the Warriors a lot of credit. They're playing hard. Triano, very smart quarterback. And here we go, 1st and 10 on the 10 for the Warriors.
4 receivers, Claudio the lone running back behind Ernie Triano, who's in the shotgun. 1st and goal from the 10. Triano surveys the defense, takes the snap. He's back to pass, throws over the middle. It's caught for a touchdown. Caught by Greg Mitchell. Simple slant pattern out of the slot receiver position, and Wildwood's up 12-0.
What a pass by Triano, Brian. That was a rope. He dropped back 3 steps and fired that ball on the slant pattern. Perfect pass. No chance Lindenwold could have defended it. Touchdown for the Warriors. 2-point conversion.
Yeah, and without and a lot of times you're not going to have that when you're that close to the goal line, but without a safety in the middle of the field, you're absolutely right. Lindenwold really had no chance to defend that. Once Greg Mitchell was able to cut across the face of the defender, he had to step, and it was an easy throw for Troiano. And Wildwood has the 12-0 lead. They'll look to make it 14 with this 2-point conversion here.
Triano back in the shotgun again, looks to pass again.
He's rolling to his right, throws. It is incomplete. It was tipped, and Mitchell almost had a play at that. But after the first play of the second quarter, Wildwood scores a touchdown. They lead 12-0. Back after this 30-second break on 98.7 The Coast.
Is it possible for a hometown business to deliver bigger than the box stores at competitive prices? It happens every day at Sound Advice and Video in Stone Harbor. Let Sound Advice transform your home or business with the best brands like Samsung, Sony, Sonos, Nest, Ring, and many more. You get the white glove customer service, not as a courtesy, but as our standard at Sound Advice. Sound Advice, not just for sound and video, but for home automation, networking, Wi-Fi, and so much more. Make the sound choice. Sound Advice and Video, locally owned and operated on 96th Street in Stone Harbor. Check us out online at visitsoundadvice.com. High school football, streaming live on
2-point conversion fails, but the 10-yard touchdown pass from Ernie Troiano to Greg Mitchell gives the Warriors a 12-0 lead after the first play of the second quarter.
Yeah, Brian, Wildwood was able to move the ball down the field pretty well. Triano on a great pass to Greg Mitchell for the touchdown, and the 12-0 lead for the Warriors with some momentum going their way. 11:56 here in the first half. And the kickoff is coming Lindenwold's way.
So Wildwood with the 12-0 lead. Wildwood's had the lead in both of their games this year. Or actually, no, the first game they did, not the second. But this is the first time they've had a 2-score lead. The kick is popped up over the front line of Gloucester and then hits the turf. And then Gloucester's Nazir Bryant dives on it at the 41, and that's where Lindenwold, I said Gloucester, excuse me, that's where Lindenwold will take over 1st and 10. And actually, they're going to mark this at the 40, right at the 40. And this is if you're Wildwood here, Ed, this is where you really want to come up with a big defensive series here. You're up 2 scores, and don't give Lindenwold.
They've been hungry all game, right? They've been playing a really great defensive game so far. And if they can get a stop here and get the ball back, they'll be on their way.
Brandon Solar in the shotgun this time. He hands it off, trying to turn the corner, but can't do it as Wildwood's all over him.
Wow.
That was Jason Chavis, and he lost about 3 or 4 yards there.
Chavis was stood up, and Miguel Claudio finished the tackle. Almost had him fumbling the ball. He hit him so hard.
Yeah, I believe it was Dom Troiano who made the initial hit and kind of had Chavis wrapped up around the legs. Chavis couldn't get moving forward, and then as you said, Ed, Claudio and a couple of other Wildwood players came in and finished them off. So now it's 2nd and 13. Second and 13 for Lindenwold. They're trailing Wildwood 12-0 here with a little over 11 minutes to go before halftime. Solar in the shotgun. Rolls to his right. Tosses. And they're all over Chavis again. And this is another loss of 2 or 3 on the option.
Wildwood, Dom Triano, another tackle in the backfield for about a 3-yard loss. Great defensive read by the Warriors. The option pitch did not work.
Yeah, that was a loss of 4 that time, and it's now 3rd down and 17 at the 33-yard line.
Lions now with a 3rd and 17.
10:39 left to go in the first half. 12-0 Warriors. Lindenwold with the ball. 3rd and 17. Ball on their own 33. The snap. It's going to be a pass. Pressure from the Warriors, and they flush.
Oh, we're on the carry.
Solar out to his right, and we're able to knock him out at the 38-yard line.
Yeah, great pursuit by Greg Mitchell there, Ed, because Solar looked like he might have been able to get a real good gain on this, and as it turns out, it's only a gain of 3. Greg Mitchell on the pursuit. I originally thought that Solar was going to have a chance to maybe even run for that first down, and Mitchell just tracked him down from behind, and now it brings up 4th down. And going back in the punt formation is Isaiah Peterkin. But Solar, the quarterback's the up man, so you have to watch for a fake. They do go back to Peterkin. He does kick it. It's high but short. Wildwood moves away from it smartly. It actually takes a Warrior bounce. And this will only be about an 8 or 9 yard punt, and Wildwood will take over in Lindenwold territory at the 46.
Yeah, Wildwood didn't even really have a guy back to receive the punt, Brian. The kick went up, and the wind was actually blowing in the face of the Lindenwold punter.
Yeah, and you know what, Ed? That's one of those things there that you pick up in scouting. You're looking at film, and Wildwood realizing Lindenwold does not have much of a kicking game, so let's just make sure we have our assignment set. There's no fake. If they kick it back there, it's not like they're going to get a 40 or 50-yard kick out of it, and this one ended up going only 8 yards. So it's 1st and 10 for Wildwood at the Lindenwold 46, and they lead 12-0 with 9:38 to go first half. Triano in the shotgun. Claudio's the lone setback. On 1st and 10. Takes the snap, hands it off to Claudio, spins away from one man, can't get away from the other, and just gets back to the line of scrimmage.
A very subtle play, and it looks like Claudio might be injured, Brian, and that would be a very, very big loss for the Warriors. The training staff for the Warriors out to take a look at him.
Yeah, so while Claudio's getting looked at, we'll take a 30-second break back after this on 98.7 The Coast.
Every day for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Poolside outdoor dining for lunch and dinner, weather permitted. Hemingway's restaurant features fresh seafood and award-winning hand-cut USDA prime steak. Hemingway's, open daily, oceanfront on Beach Avenue in Cape May. Follow them on Facebook. The Grand Hotel and Hemingway's restaurant is still hiring for multiple positions. Apply in person or email your resume to employment@grandhotelcapemay.com. The Grand Hotel wants to hire you, so apply today.
Back at Maxwell Field, Brian Kniff, Ed Gorski, Chris Knoll on the live video stream on CoastSportsToday.com. Norm Donahue pushing all the right buttons back at the 98.7 The Coast Studios on Pacific Avenue in Wildwood. 2nd down and 10 for Wildwood. Miguel Claudio got up to his feet, came to the sideline, and now he's being stretched out by the training staff, so we'll have to monitor
Looks like it's
his
a
situation.
lower back injury, Brian. It doesn't appear to be too serious.
So Greg Mitchell will go in now at running back behind Ernie Triano.
Triano back in the shotgun, takes the snap. He's going to be a pass. He's looking to his left. Pass is
Junior Hans.
Complete by Junior Hans.
Breaks a
Still on his
tackle.
feet.
Breaks another. Spins his way down inside the 30-yard line. Oh, and this is coming all the way back. Looks like we have a hold on Wildwood. And that's going to negate a 17-yard gain and bring it all the way back. And in high school football, holding is spot of the foul, and this is 2 yards deep in the backfield, so it's going to be a 12-yard loss. And that's a killer penalty
That
there.
is a killer penalty there, Brian. Triano had a great read, had another slant pattern for Hans. Great catch and run. Was able to pick up a few extra yards, but I believe the penalty.
That's actually, I believe, Ed, that's the first live ball penalty that we've had. There were a couple of illegal procedure penalties in the game, but that's the first live ball penalty we've had, and that was a killer for Wildwood. Negates a 17-yard gain, and now it makes it 2nd down and 22.
I believe it was Rivera just got a hand on the Lindenwold lineman and held him up a little bit to avoid sacking Triano. Nonetheless, 2nd and 20 ball on the Warrior 43, 8:27 left to play here in the first half. 12-0 Warriors.
Nolan in the backfield with Mitchell. And now we have a flag again. And let's see what we got. This came in from the line judge. And it looks like maybe Gloucester lined up offside. That's exactly what it was.
Well, that will help the Warriors a little bit.
Penalty going against the Lions.
Yeah, so now they'll make it 2nd and 17. With the ball at the Wildwood 48-yard line, they need to get down to the 36.
8:05 left to play in the first half. 12-0 Warriors on a splendid October Sunday morning in downtown Wildwood.
Good crowd here on the Wildwood side for this game. Seeing their Warriors leading 12-0, 7:50 to go first half. Triano in the shotgun. Lindenwold showing blitz from the left side. Here they come. It's a toss. And there's a flag. Pass interference.
Absolutely.
Good job by Dom Triano to get inside leverage on Dennis Azer. And Azer was all into Triano's back before the ball arrived. So it's pass interference. And that's a 15-yard penalty, and I believe it's an automatic first down, I believe.
And like you said, Brian, when there is pass interference, the whole place should see it and hear it, and anyone could see that Acer was pretty much in the back pocket making the illegal play and interrupting the pass.
And excuse me, I was mistaken. It is not an automatic first down. So it ends up being a 15-yard gain on the penalty. It'll make it 2nd and 1. So a big penalty there on Lindenwold and gives Wildwood an opportunity here to have a more manageable shot at getting this first down. Much more manageable.
2nd and 1 on the Lindenwold 37. 2 back-to-back penalties against Lindenwold helped the Warriors out tremendously on this offensive series.
And this might be a shot here. This may be a play here, Ed, where maybe you take a shot downfield on 2nd and 1.
Triano back in the shotgun. 2 receivers to his right, 2 receivers to his left.
Mitchell, the lone setback, and Gloucester, I believe, has just jumped offside.
Well,
so Wildwood went to the long count, the double count there. 2 players jumped offside, and that gives Wildwood a first down.
Well, that's one heck of a series for the Warriors, Bri. 3 plays, no snaps, well, virtually no snaps, 3 penalties and a first down. They can do that all game. They'll be in good shape.
So 1st and 10.
Yeah, Sue just told me to let you know.
For Wildwood at the 32 now of Lindenwold.
Great cadence by Triano there. The double cadence drew Lindenwold off sides, and here we go again. The Warriors making some progress.
2 receivers split to each side of the field. Greg Mitchell is the lone running back. Low snap. Triano's got to go back and dive on the loose ball. And that's a big loss there. That's going to be a loss of about 12 yards.
Yeah, the exchange between center and Triano have not been smooth, to say the least, for this whole first half so far. It was a low skipper, and Triano was able to get back, fall on the ball, and regain possession for the Warriors.
Yeah, so this will be 2nd down and about 22 for Wildwood. Ball's all the way back at the 44-yard line. They need to get down to the 22 for a first down here. So the bad snap puts Wildwood back in a 2nd and very long.
The Warriors moving left to right on your radio dial, if you're listening on the radio. Triano back in the shotgun.
Takes it. It's a draw. He's going to run to his right. He's got some room. but can't break a tackle. He picked up about 3.
It's a design play run for Triano, the quarterback for the Warriors. Was able to pick up 3 yards over the right end.
If you're Lindenwold, you'll gladly allow that on 2nd and 22. So it's still going to bring up 3rd and 19. And now we have another injury, as we have an injury delay here. It looks like a Wildwood player, not down, but kind of slumped over.
Your son or daughter,
and
please go to the gate and prepare.
Gives us a chance to tell you about some of the great sponsors we have lined up for this game. Douglas Fudge on the boardwalk in Wildwood Avenue wishes the best of luck to the Wildwood Warriors this season. Douglas Fudge making Oliveri Chiropractic, advanced pain relief to keep you active. Their state-of-the-art pain relief center offers the most advanced, non-invasive treatments to get you back to doing what you love. Oliveri Chiropractic on Route 9 in Rio Grande. Hemingway's at the Grand Hotel in Cape May. Hemingway's is the locals' favorite spot at the shore. Follow them on Facebook or visit the Grand Hotel Oceanfront on Beach Avenue in Cape May. Reef Family Pharmacy is a full-service pharmacy located at 804 Route 9 South in Cape May Courthouse. They've been serving the local community for the last 11 years, and they support all of the athletes in today's game. So it'll bring up 3rd and about 19 for Wildwood here.
Yeah, Brian, the injury for number 68, I'm not sure.
We're going to have to check that because there was no 68 on the roster that we have. So
it appeared to look like he got his wrist jammed up a little bit. Coach Z, the infamous trainer for the Warriors, taking good care of him.
3rd down and 19 for Wildwood. Triano in the shotgun. Back to pass, has some time, fires it out to the near side, incomplete, looking for Dom Troiano on a fade, and it was just a little bit too far, so it'll bring up 4th down. And Wildwood generally will go for it on 4th down, no matter where they are on the field. But in this situation here, on 4th and they're on offense.
Triano was blanketed by number 9, Dennis Assar. There was no pass interference. Both were actually looking for a flag. Assar thought he was pushed off a little bit by Triano. Triano thought he was held. Nonetheless, no flag. 4th down, 19 to go. Ball on the 41-yard line of Lindenwold. 6:21 left in the first half. 12-0. Warriors on top.
All right, so here's Troiano in the shotgun. Miguel Claudio, good to see, is back into the game for Wildwood. I think this might be a quick kick, and that's exactly what it is. Troiano's high punt bounces at the 10 and will roll into the end zone. Wow, that was almost perfect. It ends up rolling into the end zone, though, just barely crossing the line, and Lindenwold will take over 1st and 10 at its own 20, trailing here by 12-0 with 6:14 to go in the first half. High school football on the coast at coastsportstoday.com, brought to you by Troiano & Sons. Troiano & Sons is your home for masonry and concrete work. They also proudly support the community. You can give them a call today for any of your masonry needs, 522-3355. Lindenwold 1st and 10 at their own 20. They trail 12-0. Soler takes the snap. He fumbles the snap. It's still loose.
I think Wildwood's got
still loose. A couple players had a shot at it. I think a Wildwood player had a good chance at it, but I think in the end, Lindenwold dove back on it. Now let's see what we got. They still have not given an indication.
It looks to be Lindenwold's ball.
Yes.
Brian. Very fortunate there for Lindenwold. It actually bounced off 2 players and in and out of the hands of Miguel Claudio, and they were able. Lindenwold was able to recover it, and puts them in a little bit more of a disadvantage deep in their own.
Yeah, 2nd and 17 now. Ball's down at the 13-yard line. And Lindenwold's had these kinds of problems all day.
And Wildwood is playing some terrific defense.
Man goes in motion. They hand it to double reverse. Salter's going to throw. At least he wants to. He rolls to his right. Still looking. He's going to throw back across the grain, and it's incomplete. Man was open, Dennis Azair, and he really should have caught the football, but it sailed a little high and off his hands and incomplete. That would have been a big gain.
That would have been a big game, Brian, and he was caught dead in the end zone there. He pump faked and was able to get the Warriors to jump and miss the tackle and regain his composure. And
double reverse pass. That's the one thing you try to tell defenders. there's really no reason to jump there to try to block that pass. Just go right at the well, you want to say quarterback, but he wasn't the quarterback. Right at the thrower's waist. And just go make a tackle.
Sorry for my basketball analogy on the pump fake. But
that's okay. That was exactly what it was.
It was a pump fake, got him up on his feet, and he was able to get around him.
And the rule of verticality didn't apply there, though. 3rd and 17 for Gloucester.
Only a few would
at their own 13. Solar back to pass, has a lot of time. Now he's hit, and he's taken down.
Wow.
And that was Joe Awad who shook off his blocker and then hit Solar from the side and took him down. And it's a sack. And Amarion McNeil was also in there too, Ed, as you were about to say. Wow. And it'll bring up 4th and very long.
He did not even see Amarion McNeil coming. He got hit from the front, turned back to his right, and got gobbled up by McNeil for the loss. And he's still down on the field. 5 minutes and 2 seconds left in the first half. 12-0 Warriors on top of the Lindenwold Lions here in Wildwood, New Jersey at Maxwell Field on a beautiful Sunday morning for high school football.
Brandon Solar still down injured. High school football on the coast brought to you by the Saratoga Inn, proud sponsor of the Wildwood football team. We wish the Warriors a great season to all the players and coaches. That's the Saratoga Inn, 7501 Ocean Avenue in Wildwood Crest, open daily in the summer and on weekends during the spring and fall shoulder seasons. The law office of Seth A. Fusilero is proud to wish the Wildwood Warriors the best of luck in today's game. They're a full-service law firm in Wildwood, New Jersey, offering representation for family law, personal injury, landlord and tenant matters, real estate and condominium law, and municipal court matters. That's Seth A. Fusilero. Call him at 609-522-6633. 19th hole in memory of late coach Jimmy McMichael. 19th hole Enterprises and the McMichael family would like to wish all of the players the best of luck in today's game. And Brandon Solar is still down injured.
Yeah, Brian, this is unfortunate for Lindenwold because it's not one of the players, not you want to see any player get injured, but this is one player that they really can't afford to lose on their offense or defensive side of the ball.
No, especially, you don't want to see anyone get hurt, but when the starting quarterback goes down, particularly at a small school, you don't have a ton of depth around, and he's pretty banged up down there. They are still tending to him, and they are now, they are very slowly rolling him over to his back. Now, this does not look good here. So we're going to take a 30-second break, and we'll come back right after this on 98.7 The Coast.
Savings Bank, we believe your time is valuable. That's why our mobile banking app lets you bank when and where you want. Crest Savings Bank mobile app lets you review activity, pay bills, transfer funds, and even deposit checks any time of the day or night. Make the most of your free time by using Crest Savings Bank's safe, secure, and easy-to-use mobile app. Visit CrestSavings.bank for details. Crest Savings Bank. Big bank products. Community bank service.
Crest Savings is a member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
High school football.
I'd like to go another 30 seconds maybe.
All right, we are back at Maxwell Field. Brian Kniff, Ed Gorski subbing for Buddy Tarbot, and 12-0 Wildwood. 5:02 to go before halftime. Brandon Solar, the quarterback for Lindenwold, is down injured, and he's been down for quite some time. And seems to be a lot of concern out there on the field. And it looks like they're actually going to bring in some EMTs to take a look at him as well. So Wildwood has this 12-0 lead. Solar was kind of crunched. He kind of got hit at the same time from both sides. Amarion McNeil from Solar's right, and then Joe Awad from Solar's left kind of hit him at the same time, and he really went down. And he was actually down on his stomach for a long time, and they very carefully moved him to his back. So we hope that this Lindenwold starting quarterback is okay. And I keep making a mention, Ed, to Gloucester because Lindenwold's the Lions, and they have the same colors.
They do have the same color as Gloucester, absolutely.
But it is Lindenwold. So 12-0 Wildwood leads with 5:02 to go here in the first quarter as they tend to the injured player. High school football on the coast, proudly brought to you by Crest Savings Bank. Banking since 1919 with branches to serve you throughout Cape May County. Visit CrestSavings.com.
It looks like they're trying to take the face mask or the helmet off of Solar, who's down on the field. He's being tended to now by the fine officers of the Wildwood Fire and Rescue Department. Unfortunate to see this happen to any student athlete, that's for sure.
Yeah, and there's
gotta hope that he's going to be okay, and then I'm sure he will be tended to very well.
There's a lot of silence on the field right now. The Wildwood players are down on one knee, and Lindenwold's players are gathered over on the sideline, and now they've kind of huddled up around their coaches as they tend to Brandon Solar, the starting quarterback for Lindenwold. And he really got crunched on that sack, as I said, kind of hit from both sides simultaneously by Joe Awad and Amarion McNeil, and they're actually bringing a stretcher out for him.
Unfortunate thing to see. And I can tell you, McNeil is a big boy and a strong kid. Anyone who knows the way he plays basketball, he takes that tenacity into the football field. And it was nothing illegal or dirty about the hit. He just spun back, and it's football, and McNeil had to put a lick on him pretty bad, and unfortunately injured Solar.
So, he is being lifted onto the stretcher, and obviously he'll be taken for further observations. And it goes without saying, we hope that this turns out to be precautionary, and this is not a major injury here to Brandon Solar, the starting quarterback for Lindenwold. Wildwood leads at 12-0 here at Maxwell Field. We have this injury timeout with 5:02 to go second quarter. We're going to take another 30-second break, and we'll come back right after this on 98.7 The Coast and CoastSportsToday.com.
Store with free delivery. The Cork and Bottle in Wildwood supports celebrating the accomplishments of our local student athletes, and we wish nothing but the best success for the Wildwood High School football team. When it comes to celebrating, no one knows a good party better than the Cork and Bottle, featuring all of the beers, wines, and spirits to make any occasion the perfect occasion. We offer local brews too, and yes, we deliver free in the Wildwood, 7 Mile Beach, Rio Grande, and Cape May. Wildwood High have a successful football season, and moms and dads, when you plan that special get-together, remember the Cork and Bottle, 4601 Atlantic Avenue in Wildwood, or order online at thecorkdelivers.com.
Thanks for listening to High School Football on 98.7 The Coast.
Okay, back at Maxwell Field, Brian Kniff with Ed Gorski, subbing in for Buddy Tarbotton here on 98.7 The Coast. Chris Knoll handling the video duties on CoastSportsToday.com, and Norm Donahue pushing all the right buttons back at the studio. And we have this injury delay here as Brandon Solar, the quarterback for Lindenwold, is being lifted by a stretcher. And lifted onto a stretcher, I should say, and he will be taken off the field. You might be able to hear the applause in the background as they finally got him to the stretcher. And as Ed had said, a lot of EMTs and firefighters out there for firefighters/EMTs for Wildwood out there tending to him, and coaches from both teams huddling around the player as he is about to get wheeled off. And so we have a 4th and about 23 for Lindenwold. They have the ball at their own 7 after that sack. They got to get out to the 30 if they decide to go for it. I would imagine they're going to punt here.
Unfortunate. It looks scary, and hopefully it looks a lot scarier than what it is. A lot of that is precautionary to put them on a backboard and stabilize any injury that's sustained to the neck or back area.
And we could see some things that they were doing, Ed, but from this far away, we don't want to speculate on what that injury might be.
Not.
But Lindenwold will go back to punt. Isaiah Peterkin is in the end zone, and he looks like he's going to set up to punt.
And Peterkin is a big boy, Bri. He's 6'1", 220.
Junior Hans back at the Lindenwold 40 to try to receive this kick. It's a good snap, not much of a rush. The kick is angled toward the near sideline here, and it'll bounce out to the 41-yard line where it's downed by Lindenwold's Donald Asser, and Wildwood will take over there 1st and 10.
A pretty good kick by Peterkin.
from his deep in his own end zone.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Into the wind.
Yeah, into the wind, and he did a good job of. It was a low line drive kick that he angled away from Junior Hans toward the sideline. It bounced at about the 30 and took a nice bounce for Lindenwold, and it goes out to the 41. Now Wildwood, with 4:43 to go before halftime, would do real well for themselves if they could get another touchdown on the board and take a 3-touchdown lead here late in the first half. So they have the ball 1st and 10 at the Lindenwold 41-yard line. 3 receivers split to the far side of the field. Dom Troiano, the lone receiver, to the near side. Miguel Claudio is the running back behind Ernie Troiano, who's in the shotgun on 1st and 10 from the Lindenwold 41. Troiano back to pass. Throws. It's incomplete. Diving effort by Mitchell, but it bounced first before he caught it, and it's incomplete. And Troiano looked like he didn't have a great grip on the ball, Ed, when he fired that.
He didn't have a great grip, Brian, and he was under big pressure by 3 Lindenwold defensive players. He knew it was coming his way from his backside, and he was able to get the ball off, but just a little short of his intended receiver. 2nd and 10, ball still on the 41-yard line, 4:40 left in the first half. 12-0 Warriors on top of the Lindenwold Lions.
3 receivers again, split to the far side of the field. Dom Troiano, the lone receiver, to the near side. Miguel Claudio, the running back behind Ernie Troiano in the shotgun. 2nd down and 10, takes the snap, looks, throws. It's caught by Dom Troiano on the slant against heavy coverage, and a great catch there, and he ends up with a 13-yard gain and a first down.
By heavy coverage is the understatement. It probably should have been a flag because number 9, Dennis Cesaro, was literally hanging on the back of Dom Troiano. He was able to make the catch and still pick up some yardage. Great athletic play by Dom Troiano and a great pass by his brother Ernie to him.
So 1st and 10 for Wildwood at the 29-yard line of Lindenwold. 4:15 to go in the first half. Wildwood leading 12-0 here at Maxwell Field, this rare Sunday football game caused by the postponement on Friday due to poor field conditions here at Maxwell Field because of all that rain. Troiano in the shotgun here. Back to pass. Throws to Junior Hans. Good play on the outside there made by Lindenwold as Hans ends up picking up, maybe just gets back to the line of scrimmage. It was kind of the same play that they ran for the touchdown earlier in the game, Ed.
Yes, and that's Donald Lacer. That would be Dennis Lacer's brother. They wear number 9, number 10, respectively, and he covered the ball very well. Hans was not able to get any yards on the catch from Troiano.
So to bring up 2nd down and 10 for the Warriors here at the Lindenwold 27. 3:20 to go here in the first half. Clock is moving.
And Brian, a pretty good crowd here so far. It actually filled up a little bit more since we last took a look. Good to see the support for the Warriors.
2 in the backfield this time with Troiano. Takes the snap, and he tosses. Junior Hans trying to turn the corner. He does, but then falls down. Loses his footing. And wow, he had a big gain. Give Isaiah Peterkin credit. He made Junior Hans go around him, which he did. But it would have been a big gain there on the double reverse.
Right, it might have been a touchdown because I don't know that there was anybody between Junior Hans and the end zone from Lindenwold, between him and the end zone. There might have been one player. And it was a great call. Just unfortunate footing for Hans. He slips and falls, bringing up 3rd and 19 for the Warriors. 2:28 and counting left to play in the first half. 12-0 Wildwood on top of the Lindenwold Lions.
So 3rd and very long here for Wildwood, leading it 12-0 here late in the second quarter. Troiano takes the snap, back to pass, has some time now, fakes, fires, intercepted on the far side of the field, and bumped out of bounds is Salter.
That was a great athletic play by Josh Salter to pick that ball off. Troiano threw into double coverage. I don't know that he saw Salter coming across.
I agree with you.
I
agree.
Because he had the receiver wide open for a moment, and Salter was able to make a great play for the interception and give the ball back to Lindenwold with 1:59 left to play in the first half.
They're going to mark him back at the 37. Eddie stepped out of bounds a little before getting to the 40. And again, Solar is hurt, so Salter goes to quarterback for Lindenwold here.
John Salter, the quarterback.
Takes the snap. He's going to roll to the near side. He's looking to run, and he's taken down by Joe Awad after a loss of about 2.
Great coverage again by the Warriors.
Tackle by number 52, Joe Awad.
They're keeping their containment, Brian, on defense. They're not letting the ball get outside. And that's really, really effective for them right now.
Yeah, this is different because Salter's very dangerous. He's a kid that Lindenwold normally tries to get the ball to in a variety of ways. Now he's got the ball right at the start of a play, and this is something that obviously Wildwood didn't game plan for because Solar is the starting quarterback and he got hurt. So 2nd down and 12 now for Lindenwold. 1:15 to go in the half. Salter rolling to his right, looking, shakes off a tackle, now is rolling to the near side, and he's hit and taken down. Good tackle by Jose Matos, and it goes down as a sack and a loss of about 4 yards.
Hey, Brian, that's good to see that tackle right there. That's almost textbook tackling by Matos for Wildwood.
And now Wildwood, sensing that they have a shot to get the ball back, has taken a timeout with 1:05 to go here coming up on 3rd and 16. And we'll take a quick 30-second break back after this on 98.7 The Coast.
High school football on 98.7 The Coast.
All right, Brian Kniff, Ed Gorski, live at Maxwell Field. Rare high school football on a Sunday. And as we hit the right around the noon hour here, and it's Wildwood leading 12-0, 3rd and 16 for Lindenwold.
It could have been a lot worse. Omarion McNeil almost had Salter in the backfield dead to rights, but he was able to get away from him.
Salter back to pass again on 3rd and long. Looking, still looking. He's hit and taken down. Taken down by Greg Mitchell. And Wildwood might want to use another timeout here. That's a loss of 7, and they will.
Wildwood defense, Brian, is playing obviously the best they've played all year. They are hungry. They are all over the ball. They are really playing some great defense.
And this might be a situation here where Wildwood, Lindenwold on 4th and very long here is probably going to have to line up the punt. And if you're Wildwood, you might want to go after this one with 53 seconds left in the half. One of two things. I think if you're Wildwood, Ed, you put all 10 guys up and go after this, or you really try to set up a return and maybe you go with 2 deep men to not allow Gloucester to angle the ball so much to a sideline and kick it away from a return man. So we'll see how Wildwood lines up here. The Warriors did take the timeout there. So Lindenwold will have to punt.
And Lindenwold, like we had talked about earlier, the punting game, the kicking game for Lindenwold is not really terrific. The first punt they kicked was about an 8-yard punt. The second punt was a little bit better. And they are kicking back into the wind. So this should be a very interesting situation for the Warriors and could give them a very good field position with 53 seconds left in the half.
All right, so Hans will go back. He's the only player back for Wildwood. Peterkin is back deep to punt. It's a good snap. Kick is away. It's high but short. Wildwood won't field it, and it will be downed at the 48-yard line. Wildwood will have 43 seconds left to go 52 yards to try to get a score.
48-yard line with 43 seconds left in the first half.
Wildwood coming up with the ball on their own 48-yard line, leading 12-0. So far, so good for the Warriors, Brian. Offense is looking pretty strong. They started out of the gate very, very quickly. Unfortunate turnovers on the first 3 series before they were able to get on the board.
Yeah, I just think that, they're in a situation here, Ed, where they really should have had this game put away already.
Yes.
They've been inside Lindenwold's 30-yard line 4 or 5 times here, and they only have this 2-touchdown lead. Lindenwold gets one big play, and all of a sudden it's a 1-score game. And now we have Lindenwold taking a timeout. So timeout on the field here with 43 seconds to go before halftime. High school football on the coast. Brought to you by the City of Wildwood. They proudly support the Wildwood Warriors. Best of luck this season to all of the coaches and players. The City of Wildwood wants everyone to stay safe this school year, protect yourself and others. One Off Marketing specializes in many services for your business or personal use. One Off Marketing located at Bennett and Pacific Avenues in Wildwood, or you can log on to oneoffmarketing.com. Good luck, Wildwood Warriors. Spill the Wine features 8 wines on tap and 6 draft beers with a full packaged good liquor store for takeout. Spill the Wine, 4100 Atlantic Avenue in Wildwood. Check them out online at Spill the Wine. Go Wildwood Warriors. Douglas Fudge on the boardwalk on Wildwood Avenue wishes the best of luck to the Wildwood Warriors this season. Douglas Fudge, making the world a sweeter place for everyone. Olivieri Chiropractic, advanced pain relief to keep you active. Their state-of-the-art pain relief center offers the most advanced non-invasive treatments to get you back to doing what you love. Olivieri Chiropractic on Route 9 in Rio Grande. So Wildwood with the ball, 1st and 10 at their own 48. Late stages, first half. Ernie Troiano on a design quarterback draw gets outside of one man but can't break the tackle, and he gets up to midfield, a pickup of about 2.
Yeah, that was a design draw for Toronto, Brian. Lindenwold was showing a defense with 5 defensive backs there. They were playing a pass. He thought he could get some extra yards on the run. Was covered up pretty well. He did bang into his own lineman there, and I was able to pick up 2 yards on the run.
Timeout on the field. Wildwood takes their last timeout. They have the ball 2nd and 8 at their own 50. High school football on the coast brought to you by Hemingway's at the Grand Hotel in Cape May. Hemingway's is the locals' favorite spot at the shore. Follow them on Facebook or visit the Grand Hotel oceanfront on Beach Avenue in Cape May. Reef Family Pharmacy is a full-service pharmacy located at 804 Route 9 South in Cape May Courthouse. They've been supporting the local community since 2009, and they support all of the athletes in today's game. Troiano & Sons is your home for masonry and concrete work. They also proudly support the community, especially the Wildwood High School community. Give them a call today for any of your needs, 522-3355. So here's Wildwood on 2nd down and 12, ball right at midfield. Troiano in the shotgun, takes the snap, throws. It's caught by Greg Mitchell. He's got some room, and Greg Mitchell does a great job to run right to the sideline and get out of bounds. And he's close to a first down. That's a smart play by Greg Mitchell to run right to the sideline and get out of bounds there.
Great heads-up play.
Because Wildwood's out of timeouts. Now, if you get a first down, it momentarily would stop the clock, and Mitchell actually did get the first down.
25 seconds.
Great heads-up play by Mitchell. Great catch. A nice pass by Troiano.
Well, I think it helped Ed that he was on this side of the field, and I'm sure all the coaches started yelling at him, get out of bounds. But still, he had the alertness to do so. And now it's 1st and 10 for Wildwood at the 40 with 25 seconds to go in the half. Troiano in the shotgun here, 4 receivers set, 3 to the far side, 1 to the near side. Takes the snap, fakes, fires, incomplete. He was looking for Dom Troiano on an out to try to maybe pick up 10 yards and then get out of bounds, but it was incomplete. So it's 2nd down and 10 at the Lindenwold 40.
Be nice to see the Warriors get in the end zone one more time here before the half, Brian.
Yeah, they've really dominated this game, except on the scoreboard. I mean, they do have a 12-0 lead, but as I said, one big Lindenwold play, and all of a sudden, this is a football game.
And I tell you, the defense for Wildwood, he definitely gets the trophy so far. They're keeping the game, keeping Lindenwold off the scoreboard and playing very, very well. Troiano's back in the shotgun.
Has some time here, throws. It's incomplete. Dom Troiano had a chance at that one, and incomplete. And that was also near the sideline. Bring up 3rd down and goal.
I'm sure.
3rd down and 10, excuse me, at the 40.
I'm sure I'll be talking about that later today at home. That should have been caught by Dom Troiano. It was a good pass by young Ernie. And,
I think what Wildwood's trying to do here, Ed, is maybe gain another 10 to 15 yards to give Ernie more of a shot to throw the ball to the end zone. But now with 20 seconds to go, it's 3rd and 10 at the Lindenwold 40.
Wildwood has the wind at their back. I'd like to see him take a shot downfield another 15, 20 yards if possible. Triano back in the shotgun. Again, 3 receivers to his left, 1 to his right. Claudio the
Count here.
Salt back.
Takes the snap. He's going to throw deep. Throwing near side, it's incomplete, way out of bounds. Good coverage downfield by we have a late hit penalty being called here, I believe, on Lindenwold.
In the backfield.
So that's big. That's going to give Wildwood an automatic first down. Yeah, it's a roughing the passer. And that's going to give Wildwood an automatic first down and move the ball to the 25-yard line. And with 15 seconds left, Wildwood's going to have a couple cracks at the end zone here.
Triano got his bell rung a little bit there. He comes over to the sideline to talk to Coach Lomas.
Yeah,
he's okay.
There was no malice there. It was Peterkin, I believe, on the hit, and he actually immediately reached down to help Troiano up. But the referee did deem it to be a late hit.
It was late. It was at least 2 to 3 seconds after he released the ball.
So first and 15, or first and goal. Excuse me, let's get this right. First and 10. I knew there was a 15 involved. First and 10 at the 25 with 15 seconds left.
You got to think Warriors have to take a shot at the end zone here. They don't have much time.
So here's Troiano with 3 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near side. Looking, has some time. Over the middle, caught by Greg Mitchell, and he has a first down.
They don't have a timeout, Brian.
But it will stop the clock momentarily. It's a gain of 11.
They're going to look to clock the ball right now. Triano's going to look to clock the ball. 7 seconds and the clock's running.
5 seconds to go. He's got to get the snap off. And now we have a penalty because Miguel Claudio moved early, and I believe I don't know at the high school level if there's a runoff involved. Let's see what we got here, but
1.9 seconds what the clock's showing.
Against the Warriors.
It won't be a runoff. 1.9 seconds.
They snap it, but as a flag, they weren't set. That's going to do it for the half.
The Warriors can't seem to get set to get this play snapped. And now Coach Loomis is very vocal and very demonstrative on the field. He has to be careful.
Yeah, I don't know what. I think he's not happy with the way this has been handled.
They're going to have to put more time on the clock, it looks like.
And that is the half. So I don't know what happened there, but they are saying that's the half. So that is the half. So Wildwood does not get the opportunity to score there, but they do lead 12-0 here at the half. So Wildwood 12, Lindenwold nothing here at halftime Sunday afternoon now, high school football at Maxwell Field. And we'll take a 4-minute timeout, and we'll come back with the halftime report on 98.7 The Coast and coastsportstoday.com.
WCZT, Villas, Ocean City, Cape May.
Hey kids, this is Wildwood Mayor Pete Byron. It's that time of the year again, and the City of Wildwood proudly supports all of our local schools. Whether you're in class or learning from home, please protect yourself and others and follow all the rules.
And now that football season is upon us, the City of Wildwood wants to wish the Wildwood Warriors the best of luck this season.
You don't have to live with chronic knee pain any longer. Hi, I'm Dr. Bob Olivieri, director of the Pain Laser Center at Olivieri Chiropractic. Let us prove to you how we can help relieve your chronic knee pain through our non-surgical, non-pharmaceutical programs. Schedule an appointment today and let us prove to you how we can help you using our unique state-of-the-art technologies. Avoid knee surgery, painful injections, and pain medication, and get back into living a pain-free life. Contact us today at Olivieri Chiropractic, 886-8585. That's 886-8585. Olivieri Chiropractic, the place for pain relief.
Triano & Sons in Wildwood knows what a strong foundation is about. We have assisted families with their paving and concrete needs for more years than we can count. And we built our business on being reliable, dependable, affordable, and, well, nice matters. To our high school football players this fall, be safe, be competitive, and give everything you have. And know Triano & Sons is right here behind you today and always. Triano & Sons. Call 609-522-3355.
Check out Wildwood's newest hotspot, Fill the Wine.
featuring 8 wines on tap and 6 draft beers.
Also, beer and liquor available for takeout.
Spill the Wine, 4100 Atlantic Ave, Wildwood, New Jersey. Check us out online.
Is it possible for a hometown business to deliver bigger than the box stores at competitive prices? It happens every day at Sound Advice and Video in Stone Harbor. Let Sound Advice transform your home or business with the best brands like Samsung, Sony, Sonos, Nest, Ring, and many more. You get the white glove customer service, not as a courtesy, but as our standard at Sound Advice. Sound Advice, not just for sound and video, but for home automation, networking, Wi-Fi, and so much more. Make the sound choice. Sound Advice and Video, locally owned and operated on 96th Street in Stone Harbor. Check us out online at visitsoundadvice.com.
And your Wildwood High School cheerleader.
Take an extra long time.
Located at 7501 Ocean Avenue in Wildwood Crest. Serving breakfast and lunch, open 7 a.m. till 2 p.m. That's the Saratoga Inn at 609-522-7712. The Saratoga Inn at 522-7712. Best of luck to the Wildwood Warriors from the Saratoga Inn in Wildwood Crest.
Pride in our community begins with the people you call neighbors, friends, and those who always support. Here at Reef Family Pharmacy in Cape May Courthouse, we are proud to support our local student athletes during their academic and athletic careers. Reef Pharmacy's success was built from the ground up. Neighbors helping neighbors and providing an exceptional level of customer service. And to our high school football players, play hard, play fair, play tough, and most importantly, enjoy the experience. Reef Family Pharmacy, Route 9 South, Cape May Courthouse. Visit reeffamilypharmacy.com.
It's the locals' favorite restaurant in Cape May, Hemingway's in the Grand Hotel. Hemingway's is open every day for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Poolside outdoor dining for lunch and dinner, weather permitted. Hemingway's restaurant features fresh seafood and award-winning hand-cut USDA prime steak. Hemingway's, open daily, oceanfront on Beach Avenue in Cape May. Follow them on Facebook. The Grand Hotel and Hemingway's restaurant is still hiring for multiple positions. Apply in person or email your resume to employment@grandhotelcapemay.com. The Grand Hotel wants to hire you, so apply today.
High school football, streaming live on
Right over there, Santos. Sebastian Rivera Santos with Mom Luz.
All right, we are back at Maxwell Field. Brian Kniff alongside Ed Gorski, subbing in for Buddy Tarbot and Chris Knoll on the live video stream on coastsportstoday.com. Norm Donahue pushing all the right buttons. Back at the studios. The 98.7 The Coast Studios on Pacific Avenue in Wildwood. Wildwood leads at 12-0 here at halftime over Lindenwold. And as we had said at numerous points of that first half, Ed, you know, Wildwood has this 2-touchdown lead. It really should be more.
It should be at least a 4-touchdown lead. To start the game, they went right down the field. A great 38-yard pickup by Hans, I believe it was. It put them in scoring position, and they turned the ball over with an interception. They were able to hold Lindenwold and get a turnover back, and then they turned it over again the second time inside the 15-yard line. So Wildwood has shown some promise on the offensive side of the ball, but really the credit needs to be given to the defense. Lindenwold has not been able to find any combination that works for them right now. Wildwood, the front four has been great. The middle linebackers have been playing outstanding. And now they're also faced with some unfortunate news that their top quarterback for Lindenwold suffered an injury, which we didn't want to see, Brendan Soler, and he was taken off the field in the second quarter, which definitely puts a damper on the mood for Lindenwold. First, you're down 12-0. You can't get much going on, and then you lose one of your key players. A tough day for the Lindenwold Lions so far here at Wildwood.
We'd also like to recognize.
Yeah, I mean, it was Wildwood. You know, as we had said, they had all kinds of opportunities. They had the ball twice inside the Lindenwold 15-yard line on their first two possessions, didn't score. And then they finally scored on 4th and goal on their third time in there. A touchdown pass from Ernie Triano to Junior Hans from 5 yards out. That was late in the first quarter. And then on Wildwood's first possession of the second quarter, or I should say next possession, and that ended up being the first play of the second quarter. Triano threw 10 yards to Greg Mitchell for another touchdown. Wildwood missed both two-point conversion tries, but they have this 12-0 lead at halftime. Lindenwold will get the ball to start the second half. So, again, is Wildwood controlling play and you could even say dominating? Yes, but that number doesn't reflect the scoreboard, and Lindenwold is really one big play away from being back in the game.
They're still in it, and they know they're still in it, but Wildwood's defense is really the difference here, making all the difference in the world, as most games are won by the defense, not so much by the offense.
Yeah, and as Ed has said, it's been a very, very good defensive effort here by Wildwood in this first half. And the one thing you always have to look at with both teams, where does conditioning come into play? Wildwood only has 20 players in uniform. Lindenwold only had 26 players in uniform to start the game. So it may be who's in better shape that's in best position to control this second half. I think it's, I kind of had the feeling, I'm sure you did as well, Ed, if Wildwood had been able to put one more score on the board before halftime, I think they'd really be in control of this game. But at 12-0, Lindenwold certainly still in it here at the half.
Yeah, Brian. Well, the good thing here is if Wildwood does secure this win and keep pace, there are 348 high school varsity football teams in the state of New Jersey. Wildwood is currently ranked 346. Lindenwold's currently ranked 326. So that will change a little bit. So hopefully that will improve their ranking, so to say, if there's a bright side of the day to look at for the Warriors, on top of getting their first win in such a long time, 47 tries. They've been 0 for 47 since 2014, way back in the day. And these kids deserve to win. They're playing hard, and let's hope that they get the W today for the Warriors and Warrior Nation.
All right, so they're having homecoming ceremonies and senior recognition here, and congratulations to Miguel Claudio, who's playing a big role in this football game, and Jenna Hans, who's a three-sport athlete and a cheerleader here at Wildwood, and they've been named homecoming king and queen. So congratulations to Miguel Claudio and Jenna Hans, and good moment here for both of them. We're still at the half here. It's Wildwood leading Lindenwold here at the half by 12-0, and we will take a 4-minute timeout. We'll come back with more of the halftime report right after this on 98.7 The Coast.
That's why our mobile banking app lets you bank when and where you want. Crest Savings Bank's mobile app lets you review activity, pay bills, transfer funds, and even deposit checks any time of the day or night. Make the most of your free time by using Crest Savings Bank's safe, secure, and easy-to-use mobile app. Visit CrestSavings.bank for details. Crest Savings Bank. Big bank products. Community bank service.
Crest Savings is a member FDIC and an equal housing lender. Triano and Sons in Wildwood knows what a strong foundation is about. We have assisted families with their paving and concrete needs for more years than we can count. And we built our business on being reliable, dependable, affordable, and, well, nice matters. To our high school football players this fall, be safe, be competitive, give everything you have. And know Triano and Sons is right here behind you today. And always. Triano and Sons. Call 609-522-3355.
You don't have to live with chronic knee pain any longer. Hi, I'm Dr. Bob Olivieri, director of the Pain Laser Center at Olivieri Chiropractic. Let us prove to you how we can help relieve your chronic knee pain through our non-surgical, non-pharmaceutical program. Schedule an appointment today and let us prove to you how we can help you using our unique state-of-the-art technologies. Avoid knee surgery, painful injections, and pain medication, and get back into living a pain-free life. Contact us today at Olivieri Chiropractic, 886-8585. That's 886-8585. Olivieri Chiropractic, the place for pain relief.
Hey kids, this is Wildwood Mayor Pete Byron. It's that time of the year again, and the City of Wildwood proudly supports all of our local schools. Whether you're in class or learning from home, please protect yourself and others and follow all the rules.
And now that football season is upon us, the City of Wildwood wants to wish the Wildwood Warriors the best of luck this season.
House raising wood and block and bubble. That's how we roll that 19 hole. Driveways, sidewalks, pavers, and more. That's how we roll that 19 hole. So if you need some work, don't be a jerk. Give us a call, that 19 hole. 522-7210. 522-7210. So you can roll with 19 hole.
Wildwood's newest year-round liquor store with free delivery. The Cork and Bottle in Wildwood supports celebrating the accomplishments of our local student athletes, and we wish nothing but the best success for the Wildwood High School football team. When it comes to celebrating, no one knows a good party better than the Cork and Bottle, featuring all of the beers, wines, and spirits to make any occasion the perfect occasion. We offer local brews, too, and yes, we deliver free in the Wildwood, 7 Mile Beach, Rio Grande, and Cape May. Wildwood High have a successful football season, and moms and dads, when you plan that special get-together, remember the Cork and Bottle, 4601 Atlantic Avenue in Wildwood, or order online at thecorkdelivers.com.
Is it possible for a hometown business to deliver bigger than the box stores at competitive prices? It happens every day at Sound Advice and Video in Stone Harbor. Let Sound Advice transform your home or business with the best brands like Samsung, Sony, Sonos, Nest, Ring, and many more. You get the white glove customer service, not as a courtesy, but as our standard at Sound Advice. Sound Advice, not just for sound and video, but for home automation, networking, Wi-Fi, and so much more. Make the sound choice. Sound Advice and Video, locally owned and operated on 96th Street in Stone Harbor. Check us out online at visitsoundadvice.com.
Check out Wildwood's newest hotspot, Spill the Wine, featuring 8 wines on tap and 6 draft beers. Also, beer and liquor available for takeout. Spill the Wine, 4100 Atlantic Ave, Wildwood, New Jersey. Check us out online.
Thanks for listening to High School Football on 98.7.
All right, back at Maxwell Field, Brian Kniff with Ed Gorski. Wildwood 12, Lindenwold nothing. Thanks for joining us here on 98.7 The Coast, the rare high school football game on a Sunday due to the postponement of Friday's game due to poor field conditions with respect to that rain that we got on Friday. Game airing live on CoastSportsToday.com and the Coast Sports Today Facebook page as well. Chris Knoll handling that video. And Norm Donahue pushing all the right buttons back at the studio on Pacific Avenue on the radio side. So Lindenwold will get the ball to start the second half.
Yeah, but it was a good first half for the Warriors. Productive, actually have the lead after the half for the first time in a long time. The defense playing, again, I've said it once or twice, playing very well today, keeping Lindenwold off the field, pretty much keeping Lindenwold on their own half of the field. If it wasn't for the turnovers that the Warriors had in the first quarter, Lindenwold wouldn't be anywhere near the end zone.
So it's 12-0 Wildwood as we get set to start the second half. High school football on the coast. Proudly brought to you by the Saratoga Inn, the proud sponsor of Wildwood football. Saratoga Inn wishes the players and coaches a great season and good luck in 2020. Saratoga Inn is located at 7501 Ocean Avenue in Wildwood Crest. They're open daily in the summer and on weekends in the spring and fall shoulder seasons. The law office of Seth A. Fusilero is proud to wish the Wildwood Warriors the best of luck in today's game. They are a full-service law firm in Wildwood offering representation for family law, personal injury, landlord and tenant matters, real estate and condominium law, and municipal court matters. That's Seth A. Fusilero, the law offices, 609-522-6633. 19th hole in memory of the late coach Jimmy McMichael. 19th hole Enterprises and the McMichael family would like to wish all of the players in today's game the best of luck. So it is 12-0 Wildwood, and it looks like we're still about 2.5 minutes away from the start of the second half here. So we're going to step aside, take another 1-minute timeout, and then we'll come back with the second half right after this on CoastSportsToday.com and 98.7 The Coast.
In our community begins with the people you call neighbors, friends, and those who always support. Here at Reef Family Pharmacy in Cape May Courthouse, we are proud to support our local student athletes during their academic and athletic careers. Reef Pharmacy's success was built from the ground up. Neighbors helping neighbors and providing an exceptional level of customer service. And to our high school football players, play hard. Play fair, play tough, and most importantly, enjoy the experience. Reese Family Pharmacy, Route 9 South, Cape May Courthouse. Visit ReeseFamilyPharmacy.com.
Saratoga Inn is a proud sponsor of the Wildwood Warriors. Have a great season to the coaches and players. Saratoga Inn, located at 7501 Ocean Avenue in Wildwood Crest. Serving breakfast and lunch, open 7 a.m. till 2 p.m. That's the Saratoga Inn at 609-522-7712. The Saratoga Inn at 522-7712. Best of luck to the Wildwood Warriors from the Saratoga Inn in Wildwood Crest.
High school.
All right, Brian Kniff, Ed Gorski subbing for Buddy Tarbot. And here at the half, Wildwood leading Lindenwold 12-0. High school football on the coast. Proudly brought to you by Crest Savings Bank. Banking since 1919 with branches to serve you throughout Cape May County. Visit them online at crestsavings.com. Wildwood will kick off to start the second half, Ed, and they've played excellent defense in this game, as you have alluded to numerous times, and we'll go a long way toward helping them control the second half if they can get a stop on this first possession by Lindenwold.
Yeah, you have to realize Lindenwold's a little shook up there, losing their starting quarterback. Right. Definitely not in their game plan. Definitely probably didn't expect that to happen. Obviously, you don't expect it to happen, but definitely throws a little clink in the armor there for their offense, moving Josh Salter back to quarterback. He's the do-everything player for the Lindenwold Lions, and now he has to do it all. He certainly can't catch the ball himself. He can throw it. He can run it. Some other players have to step up for Lindenwold to make anything happen for them in the second half here.
All right, so Wildwood will kick off. They're going to kick off from the north side of the field toward the south, and they'll have it teed up at the 40-yard line. And again, Wildwood does not kick the ball deep. They usually just squib kick or sometimes even long side, and we'll see what they do here.
I might not be surprised where their defense is playing, Brian, to see an onside kick here, to see him to catch Lindenwold completely off balance to start the second half.
So Joey DeSalvo tees it up. A lot of times it's Greg Mitchell kicking it. Either one of them will kick. It looks like Mitchell will kick this one. And he boots it. And the ball is live at the 25-yard line, picked up by Salter, and he's knocked down at about the 29 or 30.
Looked like one of my pitching wedges, Brian, there. The way he was kicked, it kind of went up high and short and kind of stuck in the ground.
Yeah, but like your pitching wedge, I'm not sure if that was the intended target.
I can't argue that point. I cannot argue that point for a second. Anybody who knows my short game knows that that's absolutely the problem.
Lindenwold will have it 1st and 10 at their own 30 to start the second half. And it was a long kind of process to get to this second half. We had the injury late in the second quarter to Solar that delayed things, and then we also had the long halftime because of homecoming ceremonies, but we're ready to go. So the Brandon Solar injury puts Josh Salter, Lindenwold's best athlete, at the quarterback position. He takes the snap. He hands it off. Busby will pick up about 4. And that was Michael Busby on the run.
And the tackle made by Rivera for the Warriors, knocking him out of bounds, and a pickup of only 4 yards for the Lions of Lindenwold.
And actually they mark it back at the 33, Ed, so it's really a pickup of 3. So it's 2nd down and 7. Call it a short 7, long 6 here. And Salter in the shotgun. Takes the snap, fakes a handoff. He's trying to run and gets out of bounds after a gain of about 3 or 4. Ran off the left side.
Wildwood showing good pursuit again, keeping everybody to the outside, nothing up the middle.
Another gain of 4, so it's 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2 for Lindenwold. 11:43 to go in the third quarter. 12-0 Wildwood. You have to watch here for
this is a big
double count here by Lindenwold if you're Wildwood. Salter rolls to the right. He's looking. He wants to throw. Man is wide open out in the flat. And it's a first down, a pickup of about 5. Pass caught out there by Dennis Acer.
Nobody had Dennis Acer covered for the Warriors.
Well, it looked like two Wildwood. One Gloucester player went deep on a pattern, and it looked like two Wildwood players may have followed him, and that left Acer wide open.
And that would be the Lindenwold Lions.
Lindenwold. Did I say Gloucester again?
You did say Gloucester again, but that's okay.
That's at least the 11th time. We'll see if we can get it up to 15. So first and 10 for Lindenwold at the 42-yard line.
42-yard line.
Salter back in the shotgun formation. 2 receivers to his right, 1 to his left.
Straight back to pass. Looking, has a lot of time. Rolls to his right. Throws. It's caught again by Acer. And it's a pickup of about 15 and a first down. Into Wildwood territory.
We do have a flag on the field, Brian. It might be coming back.
Let's see what we got here.
Might be coming back. It might be a hold.
Yeah, the Wildwood coaches are indicating that. Let's see what we have. Or it could be an illegal formation. So now it is a hold. It's a hold, so that will negate a big 15-yard pass play.
And like you had talked to earlier, Brian, Lindenwold's really only one big play away from getting back in this game. And if Wildwood doesn't watch themselves, if they fall asleep here early in the second half, they may just have a problem. They need to obviously key on now number 9, Acer for Lindenwold. He's caught the last 3 balls that were thrown, including this last one before the penalty.
So now it's 1st and 20. And that's a big break for Wildwood. Negates a 15-yard gain by Lindenwold. And it's now first and 20, as I said. Here's a handoff to Busby. Oh, man, is he hit. Miguel Claudio is in there along with Dom Troiano after a gain of maybe 1.
It's a great finish by Troiano. And I don't know how he held onto the ball. Terrific tackle.
Yeah, and it looked initially like Busby was going to have a lot of room off left tackle, and that hole closed quickly. So it'll bring up second and about 19 here. Actually make it 2nd and 22. That was actually a loss of 2 on the play.
10-15 left to play in the third quarter. 12-0. Warriors on top.
Josh Salter in the shotgun. Busby, the lone running back. Salter fakes, rolls to his right. He's looking,
got nobody.
Still looking, and is bumped out of bounds by Dom Troiano up at about the 45-yard line, somewhere in that vicinity. And it'll bring up 3rd down and long.
That time, Acer was covered completely by Ernie Troiano, who was playing the free safety position. They wanted to throw to him, and there was nobody around.
Yeah, so Salter picked up 6, which Wildwood will gladly give him on a 2nd and very long play. It'll still bring up 3rd down and about 17 for a first down for Lindenwold. They need to get to the Warrior 48. And they have the ball at their own 36.
Great coverage by the Warriors. Again, can't say enough about the way the defense is playing.
3rd down and long. Salter back to pass. Rolling to his right again. Looking. Throws. Intercepted. Good athletic play. Effort over there by, I think it was Joe Awad.
I thought he had the interception, Brian.
And
hit him in his hand.
Check that. It was Julio Rivera who nearly had it. So it'll bring up 4th down. And let's see what Lindenwold does here. Peterkin is on. He's the punter. Junior Hans is back deep for Wildwood. He's actually shaded to this near hash mark, even though the ball's marked on the far hash mark.
High snap.
Peterkin gets it away. It's high but short. And Wildwood will run away from it smartly. And Lindenwold downs it at the 47.
Peterkin almost had that punt blocked by McNeil. He was about a finger away from blocking
and
that
McNeil
ball.
did a good job as well, Ed, of not roughing the punter there. Yeah, he did just miss it, but he was able to hold his body up. Good body control, not running into the kicker there. So Wildwood will have 1st and 10 at their own 47, leading 12-0, 9:39 to go here in the third quarter. And again, we've been harping on this the entire game. You know, Wildwood could be one score away from putting this game away, but, you know, leading 12-0, you know, Lindenwold still hanging in the football game here. So here's Wildwood with their first possession of the second half. And they will have a 3-receiver set this time as Johnny Nolan, normally a wide receiver, will line up in a fullback position along with Miguel Claudio in the backfield.
This is a set the Warriors haven't shown yet.
Troiano throws, looking for Dom Troiano, incomplete. Threw it too high. Pass was incomplete. Closest intended receiver was Wildwood Athletic Director Sean Olson, who dropped the football right into his lap. This is a guy who's a Hall of Famer at Division I Rider University for baseball, but I guess this bigger oblong object he can't catch.
And it was probably not on the ground, it was in the air, so they had a problem with that. But
yes.
Triano was covered. Dom Triano was covered very well, and Ernie didn't have any other place to put it but throw it out of bounds because Dom was covered pretty well by the Lindenwold defensive back.
2nd and 10 for Wildwood at their own 47. 9:35 to go third quarter. 3 receivers again. This time it's Mitchell lining up in the backfield with Claudio. Troiano in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Hands off to Mitchell. Mitchell trying to break tackles. Can't. He was taken down. Nice play by Peterkin, and Mitchell lost about 5 yards there.
Taken down by Isaiah Peterkin.
Again, Peterkin looks to be one of the biggest kids on the Lindenwold team.
And actually, they
great tackle.
They mark. Yes, it was. They mark it back at the 40, so it's a loss of 7, and it's 3rd down and 17. Yeah, you got to give Lindenwold's defense credit too.
Absolutely,
because you know, aside from a couple of big plays early, Wildwood really, after their second touchdown, Wildwood really has not gotten much going offensively.
And the play before the half to put them in position was due to 3 penalties.
Right.
That moved the ball 30 yards for the Warriors.
All right, here's 3rd down and 17. Troiano looking. It's an out pattern caught by Dom Troiano. Pick up of 5. It'll bring up 4th and 12.
Dom Troiano picks up 5 for the Warriors.
Now this will be interesting to see if Wildwood quick kicks again, or if they try to catch them asleep and go for it.
Yeah, it will be interesting. Again, they don't have much of a kicking game, but you know, in your own 45, it's 4th and very long. You know, we'll see.
Looks to be a flat out go for the Warriors. 3 receivers to the top, 1 to the bottom.
Troiano takes the snap and does kick it. It's a high kick, pretty short. Oh, it takes a Wildwood bounce. And that ball will roll all the way down to about the 17-yard line. This will be a very effective kick there. And
a great kick, great quick kick. Definitely had Lindenwold asleep. They showed 3 receivers and then the quick kick by Troiano.
Yeah, and you know, Wildwood is lining up as if basically they're lining up in their same offensive set. So Lindenwold doesn't have that return man back there. And Troiano's kick kind of went, you know, pretty high, was short. It bounced around the 30 and then rolled all the way down inside the 20 to the 17. So Lindenwold takes over there. 1st and 10 with 8:28 to go in the third quarter.
Seems like a long quarter so far, Bri. Maybe it's just me.
Couple changes of possession and some incomplete passes will certainly do that. So 1st and 10 for Lindenwold. They have 3 receivers split to the far side of the field. Salter takes the snap, rolls to his right. He's looking, being chased, hit, throws, incomplete. And Salter did well to get rid of that. He kind of just threw it toward the sideline. I guess Acero was in the area.
Claudio on the pursuit with McNeil. And Salter's got to be careful. He takes another step back to his right. He's in the end zone.
Exactly.
And that would have been a safety. Great coverage by the Warriors. Great pursuit by the linemen.
2nd and 10 for Lindenwold at their own 17-yard line. And
8:21 left to play in the third quarter here at Warrior Stadium down on Park Boulevard in downtown Wildwood. Beautiful Sunday morning, afternoon for high school football. 12-0 Warriors.
Salter back to pass again. Looking. Still looking. There's a hold. A flag is thrown in the area of holding, as Ed said. Salter throws. It's incomplete. And this will be interesting. Wildwood saying that hold occurred in the end zone, which would be a safety. Now let's see. The flag is actually down. The flag is actually sitting at about the 2 or 3 yard line, and that doesn't necessarily indicate where it happened, but the referee tries to throw it to the spot. The referees are indicating to the Wildwood coaches, no, it was outside the end zone. So I would think Wildwood would take this because this would be a law. It would be half the distance from the spot of the foul, which ends up being a loss of about 15 yards here. It's going to mark the ball back at the 2.
And in defense of the Lindenwold player, number 64, Miguel Maldonado, if he doesn't hold the Wildwood defensive end up,
it was a sack
in the end zone.
Yes.
So that's a penalty that they say, okay, well, I guess we'll just take it.
All right, so it's second down and about 27 here. 26, second and 26 from the 2. Salter back, throws it out in the flat to Acer. Acer is hit, breaks a tackle, does well to get out to about the 15-yard line.
Dennis
Acer, great catch and run. Great pass by Salter from the end zone. He had his back against the wall, to say the least.
All right, so this brings up third down at about 12.
It's a big defensive play for the Warriors here.
Yeah, and it's a shame because they had Acer after a gain of only maybe 5 or 7 yards, and he broke a tackle and then ended up picking up another 5 yards. This would have been third and very long, but as it is, that broken tackle makes it a little more manageable for Lindenwold. It's third and 12. Third and 12 at the 15. Salter, back to pass. He wants to run now. Is hit. Still on his feet. He's got the first down and more. Salter is cutting to the outside. He's across midfield. Johnny Nolan's the only guy who can get him, and he won't. And Salter will run for the touchdown on third and 12 from his own 15-yard line.
Wow, what an
85-yard run.
85-yard run by Salter. He bounced off 3 tackles by the Warriors, cut it back to his left, and then once he hit the sideline, he turned the afterburners on, Brian, and he was gone. Nobody could catch him.
And now all of a sudden we've got a football game here with 7:01 to go in the third quarter. As we had said all along here, Lindenwold was one big play away from getting back in this game because Wildwood has not taken advantage of its opportunities to put more points on the board. And now Lindenwold will go for 2. Wildwood had Salter stopped probably twice on that possession. And Salter broke away and ended up running it in. Salter will try to run again for 2. He's going to try to run around, and he's got a man wide open in the end zone. It's too short. He threw to Acer, and it was incomplete. We do have a flag down, and let's see what this is. Might be in the area of holding, but let's see.
It was a hold, Brian. He was a run play. It was a broken play. He ran, spun to his right, then he said, okay, I'm going to pass it.
It was actually an illegal formation by Lindenwold, so that 2-point conversion try will be taken by Wildwood as the pass goes incomplete. 7:01 to go third quarter. Wildwood 12, Lindenwold 6. Back after this 30-second break on 98.7 The Coast.
At Crest Savings Bank, we believe your time is valuable. That's why our mobile banking app lets you bank when and where you want. Crest Savings Bank's mobile app lets you review activity, pay bills, transfer funds, and even deposit checks any time of the day or night. Make the most of your free time by using Crest Savings Bank's safe, secure, and easy-to-use mobile app. Visit CrestSavings.bank for details. Crest Savings Bank. Big bank products. Community bank service.
Crest Savings is a member FDIC and an equal housing lender. High school football. Streaming live.
Christian 7-0. Jenna Hans and Kate Sosen both scored.
All right, Brian Kniff with Ed Gorski subbing for Buddy Tarbotton. Chris Knoll on the live video stream. Norm Donahue pushing the buttons back at the studio. 85-yard touchdown run by Josh Salter gets Lindenwold back into the game. And it's 12-6. Wildwood on top, 7:01 to go in the third quarter. I guess, Ed, when you have a 47-game losing streak, it's not going to come easy.
It's not going to come easy, Brian. And now we're going to see how well Wildwood's mental is. Will they let that just deflate them for the rest of the game, or will they just shake it off, get this ball back, get the offense moving again, and try and hold on for this win and maybe grab some more points if possible?
Yeah, Wildwood certainly needs another score. They lead at 12-6. Kicking off is Peterkin. And it's a low-line drive caught by Amarion McNeil. Did a good job there catching the football and runs over a man as he dives forward across midfield. Good job by Amarion McNeil. A hard-line drive kick. And he caught the football and just did what he should have done, which is run straight up the field. He got hit at his own 46 and practically ran over that Lindenwold player and dove forward across midfield to the Lindenwold 48.
I tell you what, Brian, if I'm Coach Loomis, I'm looking at McNeil. I'm saying, hey, after that little run, maybe we need to work him into the offense a little bit better. That was a beast of a run, and he actually ran over.
Yeah, he looks like he's a little shaken up as he comes out.
He ran over he took a good hit by two other players, but the first player he contacted, he pretty much ran through. All
right,
play.
First and 10 for Wildwood here at the Lindenwold 48. They lead 12-6, 6:56 to go in the third quarter. Triano takes the snap. It's an option. Tosses to Miguel Claudio. Cuts back and has some room. Good run by Miguel Claudio. He stuck his foot in the ground and cut back. It looked like he was going to be hit in the backfield, and he just made that man miss with a good move, and it's a pickup of 9, and it's bring up second down and 1.
And that's despite the field conditions, Brian. They're not really ideal. It's not dry down there. They're still wet.
Still a little soft on that field.
And you've seen Hans slip. You've seen Claudio slip. You've seen Triano slip. And he was able to regain his footing and pick up a nice chunk of yardage for the Warriors.
Yeah, now Wildwood is asking for a measurement here for a first down, and I think the officials are going to grant it to him. So we do get the first appearance on the field today by Wildwood High School principal Phil Schaefer, who's subbing in and handling the chains today, coming out with Tracy Blanda. And the thing is with Phil, he's actually the second best athlete on the chain crew, because you got Mike Popovic over there holding the down marker.
It's good to see the principal acting in many different fashions here for the Warriors.
And it is a first down, and they actually made that first down by quite a bit.
Yeah.
So it was a good call by Ken Loomis to say, hey, we want this measurement here. And it is a first down by Wildwood.
First down.
It actually was by a half a yard or so.
Yeah, great run by Miguel Claudio for the Warriors to pick up that first down. And actually it helped the Warriors. They gave them a little bit of a break, a little bit of a breather. They can regain some composure and get an offensive set called here.
And the lead official is actually laughing right now with the Wildwood coaches about the whole situation, because they weren't going to measure. Wildwood begged for it, and the official smartly gave it to him, and then Wildwood does get it on the measurement. So first and 10 for the Warriors at the Lindenwold 38, leading 12-6, just over 6 minutes to go third quarter. Triano back to pass, throws, caught by Junior Hans, breaks a tackle. Hans slips, but he gets down inside the 15-yard line. Would have been a touchdown if he didn't slip after he broke the tackle, but he's down to the 15, and that's a pickup of 23.
Again, Brian, there's the field again. The friend of the Lindenwold Lions, Hans was wide open. Great slant pattern, great pass by Triano. He slipped, regained his footing. He had nobody in front of him. That would have been a touchdown.
All right, so first and 10 at the 15-yard line. Ball might be spotted just inside the 15.
5:47 left in the third period here, third quarter.
Great for Wildwood to answer the Lindenwold touchdown with one of their own. Here's Ernie Triano in the shotgun. Takes the snap. He's back to pass again. Throws it, same play, but that pass was a little too far for Hans and incomplete.
Yeah, the Lindenwold defensive back, number 8, Nazir Bryant, looked back. He didn't have anybody to help him, and that pass was just off center a little bit for Hans. he had completely lost Hans on the in pattern, and Triano just misfired a little bit there. 12-6, Warriors on top of the Lindenwold Lions. 5:33 left to play here in the third quarter. Warriors moving the ball nicely on this play. 2nd and 10. The ball on the Lindenwold 15. Triano back in the shotgun.
2 backs in the backfield here. So it's 3 receivers. They hand it off. No, it's a toss to Mitchell. He fumbles the football, and Lindenwold has it. Triano pulled the ball out of Miguel Claudio's gut and then tossed it to Mitchell, and it was low, and it's a fumble.
Yeah, that was a broken play, Brian. Triano had it in his gut, pulled it back, and then tried to pitch it back to the other.
Yeah, and again,
it was a little bit of a mess.
Yeah, and again, Ed, I just, that's the second time that's the third time they've run option in this game, and the second time they fumbled. Just don't run the play. I mean,
or keep it if you're Triano and turn it upfield and take your medicine, take your loss if need be.
We have a timeout on the field. We'll take a quick 30-second break. 12-6 Wildwood, middle of the third quarter, 98-7 the Coast.
It's the locals' favorite restaurant in Cape May, Hemingway's in the Grand Hotel. Hemingway's is open every day for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Poolside outdoor dining for lunch and dinner, weather permitted. Hemingway's restaurant features fresh seafood and award-winning hand-cut USDA prime steak. Hemingway's, open daily, oceanfront on Beach Avenue in Cape May. Follow them on Facebook. The Grand Hotel and Hemingway's restaurant is still hiring for multiple positions. Apply in person or email your resume to employment@grandhotelcapemay.com. The Grand Hotel wants to hire you, so apply today.
98.7 The Coast.
Please know that no self-nominations will be accepted. All nominees require a sponsor to nominate them.
Back at Maxwell Field, Wildwood was inside Lindenwold's 15-yard line. They turn it over, and now they're looking at Lindenwold here with 1st and 10. Lindenwold trailing at 12-6. Here's a toss. Running to the right side, and a good play by Miguel Claudio. Initially hits him, and then the pursuit comes, and that's a big loss by Jason Chavis.
Chavis was very lucky to hold on to the ball. He was hit, wrapped up, and I thought Claudio had stripped it. He was able to regain the football and hold it, tuck it into his side. Luckily for Lindenwold.
Yeah, they marked the ball back inside the 5. So it's 2nd down and about 18 or 19 here.
Familiar place for the Lindenwold Lions.
Yeah, they've had a lot of plays where they need double sticks to get a first down.
Their back is against the wall for sure, against their own goal line.
2nd, and we have 2 players move. Let's see. McNeil may have jumped off sides first to make the Lindenwold player move. And I think that's going to be. Oh no, they're going to say it's against. I think they're going to say it's against Lindenwold. As the Wildwood coaches and players are clapping. So let's see what we got.
I don't believe McNeil came across the line, Brian. I think he just took a jab step, and the Lindenwold lineman came up out of his 3-point stance.
And now it is offside on Wildwood.
Well, I stand corrected.
Offside being called against the Warriors.
So that'll move it up and make it a 2nd and 13 now. 2nd and 14, somewhere in that range. Four and a half to go, third quarter, 12-6 Wildwood. 2nd and 13 for Lindenwold, their own 9-yard line. Salter in the shotgun. Takes the snap. He rolls to the near side. He wants to run. Cuts back, fumbles the football.
And he fell right back on it.
I think he did fall right back on it, right around the line of scrimmage. He was stripped from behind. And it ends up being a gain of about 2. So it is 3rd and 11 for Wildwood, or for Lindenwold. And this was the exact situation last time when Salter ran for the 85-yard touchdown, and coming off the field for Wildwood is Jose Matos. Looks like he suffered some kind of a leg or ankle injury, so he has to come off. for an injury timeout. All right, we'll take a 30-second break as they tend to the injured Wildwood player. Oh, no, actually, it looks like Matos is okay. Got back up to his feet. So we'll keep it here instead. This might be a rather short injury timeout, but Matos does have to come out for at least a play. And he's in some distress here and he's one of Wildwood's key linemen, so this is a big loss for the Warriors.
We've called his name quite a few times on some great tackles.
Yeah, so this will be 3rd down and 12 for Lindenwold at their own about 12-yard line. 13-yard line, somewhere in that range. 3:48 to go in the third quarter, and Wildwood clinging to this 12-6 lead. And honestly, Wildwood should have at least 2 more touchdowns in this game, but their own mistakes have really hurt them when they've had the ball in scoring position on multiple occasions, and Lindenwold is still hanging around in this football game, and they're a touchdown and an extra point away from taking the lead.
Yeah, like we've been saying, Brian, this is an equal matchup game finally for the Warriors. And Lindenwold has done some things right. The last series with the big run, like you said here, on 3rd down and a long 11 from their own 12-yard line.
3rd down for the Lions.
All right, so Salter in the shotgun with Chavis as the lone setback. 3 receivers split to the far side of the field. Salter takes the snap and rolls to his right. He's looking, being chased, hit by McNeil, throws. That's got to be intentional grounding,
Should be
right?
intentional grounding.
Yes, yeah, there's nobody near. There was nobody near that play. Salter just threw it 15 yards shy of where the first receiver for Lindenwold was.
And McNeil was in the backfield, Brian, right on the snap. Salter didn't have a chance. He had him dead to right there for a sack, and Salter tried to just throw it to nobody.
Yeah, and this is a loss of down, so that'll move it back. That'll move it back about 8 yards. Loss of down. And it'll bring up 4th down back at the 3-yard line. So Lindenwold will punt here. Junior Hans back at the Lindenwold 35-yard line. And Peterkin is back deep in the end zone.
And we have a flag now. Looks like too many men on the field for Lindenwold.
Well, maybe not. Looks like the official made a mistake. Okay. He picks the flag up after counting, so now we're good.
Just kidding.
Good snap. Very short kick. Bounces at the 20 and will roll out to about the 30. And Wildwood will have it 1st and 10 at the Lindenwold 30-yard line. And this is where the Warriors really need to punch it in and really take control of this game.
I think they need to go back to the game plan they had at the beginning of the game, Brian, when it was a heavy dose of Miguel Claudio and mixed in with a little bit of Hans to get into the end zone.
Yeah, I think part of it, too, though, with Matos out of the game, he's one of their better offensive linemen as well. So going in to replace him is Angelo Bromley, a sophomore. And so we'll see what happens here, but that's a big loss for Wildwood. We'll see what
Well, it's going to be a new center.
Yeah.
For Ernie Triano. So this should be interesting. Stay tuned.
Yeah, Bromley will snap. This will be interesting, as Ed said, because it is a shotgun. Good snap there. Hands it off to Johnny Nolan, cuts, and is taken down after a gain of maybe 1. Bring up 2nd down and 9. And that was a good tackle made there on the outside by Michael Busby, because if Busby doesn't make that tackle, Nolan's got at least a 6 or 7 yard gain.
And a good snap by the sophomore. I'm sure this is...
Came out a little hot, but it was right to Triano's chest, which is where you want it.
Like they always say, you're always one injury away from getting some game time. So trial by fire and experience by fire here for the young sophomore.
2nd and 9 for Wildwood. Well, high snap. Troiano has to just tip it in the air and then catch it and fall down, and it's a loss of 3.
And there, I spoke too soon again, Brian, with the first snap. That was good, but it looks like Matos is coming back in the game.
Looking at a 3rd and 12.
So their center's coming back in the game, so tough kid there, number 51 for the Warriors.
Yeah, he's not 100%. You could see him limping as he went back into the game, but he's going to try to gut it out. 3rd down and 12 for Wildwood. We'll see if they put it in the air here. Clock will be inside 2 minutes when the ball is snapped here for this 3rd down and 12 play here in the 3rd quarter. And again, Wildwood really could go a long way toward taking control of this game if they can get a touchdown on this possession. Troiano rolling. Now he tosses to Claudio. Breaks a tackle. Claudio sticks his head down, fumbles the football, and Gloucester has it. Or Lindenwold, excuse me. I said Gloucester again. Lindenwold recovers at the 10. Not the worst thing in the world. I mean, it ends up, but Wildwood had a first down there.
He had a first down. He tried to get some more, Brian, and instead of just going down,
well, you know what's
the extras punched out from behind him.
You know what's interesting, Ed, is that I thought it was real close, and we'll have to go back later and look at the video if it ends up making a difference in the game. I thought it was real close that the Lindenwold player who recovered the ball may have had his leg out of bounds when he recovered the ball. And if that were the case, then it would have gone back to Wildwood, but it is a fumble.
With 1:38 left to play, Lindenwold, Salter in the shotgun, hands off.
Running to his right is Nazir Bryant, and he's taken down for a loss.
And Bryant got no gain there. Great coverage by the Warriors. The clock continues to wind down in the 3rd quarter, 1:20 and counting. Wildwood 12, Lindenwold 6.
That's a loss of 3.
Brings up 2nd down.
2nd and 13.
Again, Brian, Wildwood knocking on the door, and they pretty much shoot themselves in the foot with that fumble.
Yeah, Claudio, I believe, had the first down, and then I think the Lindenwold player maybe came in with the helmet and hit the football with his helmet and popped it loose. Here's Salter in the shotgun on 2nd and 13. Takes the snap, rolls to his right. He looks to run on his own, and he's pushed out of bounds after a gain of about 6 or 7.
Got to bring up 3rd down.
Good containment by the Warriors again. They didn't want him to break off that big run like he did a few minutes ago when they had the 85-yard touchdown run. He was looking for it. 3rd down and 13. The ball on the 15-yard line of Lindenwold.
Yeah, they actually mark it out across the about the 13-yard line, and that was a gain of 5. So it's 3rd and 8. You need to get out to the 21 for a first down. 41 seconds to go, 3rd quarter. Wildwood leading by 6. Salter rolling to the near side here. Wants to throw. Wildwood defender falls down, but it's incomplete. Junior Hans is at Junior. Somebody tell Uncle Rich to get him a new pair of cleats. He's been slipping all over the place today, and he fell down, and that could have been disaster.
Dennis Assar was wide open.
But he kind of got turned around a couple of times looking for that ball, and it fell incomplete. And now it looks like Lindenwold will bring on their punt unit.
Salter was under pressure. The pass was again into the wind. It looked like a little bit of a wounded duck, which had Assar turn himself around a couple times. And luckily for the Warriors, they're going to be getting the ball back with Peterkin back to punt for Lindenwold.
So on 4th and 8. Oh, high snap. It's loose in the end zone. Peterkin is running, throws it. That's it. It should be intentional grounding, actually, and in the end zone. I'm going to see what the officials rule, because it looked like to me he tried to shovel it forward. There's no player there. Let's see what they rule.
Wildwood coaches think it's a fumble.
There's no intended receipt. It's a safety. It's a safety, and Wildwood will get the football. So I believe that's what the call is, Ed. It's intentional grounding in the end zone. Peterkin shoveled it forward, and he didn't drop the football. So that is actually an intention. That's an intended pass, but there was no receiver anywhere near him. So it's an intentional grounding in the end zone for a safety, and it's 14-6 Wildwood on top. And when you look at it from Lindenwold's standpoint, Ed, that's actually a pretty smart play by Peterkin because it keeps Lindenwold within a score.
And better than giving up a touchdown, that's for sure. I thought he was just going to take the ball and run out of the back of the end zone, Brian, but he tried to shuffle it forward, and it was recovered by the Warriors. But the illegal forward pass, or the intentional grounding, I should stand corrected and say, results in the safety. And Wildwood getting the ball back with 28 seconds to go in this very long third quarter.
Yeah, so it's Lindenwold kicking off from the 20. It's a free kick, so they can kick it in any manner they wish. And Wildwood should get good field position here.
Some great excitement on a Sunday afternoon here in Wildwood. Nice day, good crowd for the Warriors, leading this game 14-6 with 28 seconds left.
It looks like Lindenwold actually has brought out a tee here. Normally you would punt a free kick after a safety, but they have it teed up. And I guess this means they want to keep the thing on the ground and have it bounce around a little bit. But back deep is Matos and Claudio.
And Matos must be feeling better if he's back deep.
And Julio Rivera and Omarion McNeil are up men. It's Peterkin has it teed up at the Lindenwold 20. It's a line drive kick. Bounces. It's picked up by Claudio at the 45 across the 50, trying to go outside. Sticks his head down, breaks one tackle, runs over a man, and gets inside the Lindenwold 40.
I tell you, that was a great play for Claudio. He had some nice room, and he pretty much smushed the Lindenwold player before he was taken down. Wildwood will have the ball now.
Yeah, and this has been a very, very long football game. We had the injury at the end of the second quarter. A long halftime for homecoming. And, we still haven't finished the third quarter yet. It's 14-6 Wildwood, 23 seconds to go in the third quarter. Wildwood has it 1st and 10 at the Lindenwold 39, and they've been living in Lindenwold territory and simply have not capitalized enough. Claudio and Mitchell in the backfield. Triano shotgun as he's been all game. Handoff. Mitchell nearly fumbled it, and he did well to get 1 yard. Almost fumbled it on the exchange there.
The exchange was up around his left shoulder, and he was able to regain it and bring it back before getting met by the Lindenwold linebacker, number 7. That would be Isaiah Peterkin.
So it's 2nd down and 9. That is the end of the third quarter. Wildwood 14, Lindenwold 6. Back after this 30-second break on 98.7 The Coast.
Wildwood's newest year-round liquor store with free delivery. The Cork and Bottle in Wildwood supports celebrating the accomplishments of our local student athletes. And we wish nothing but the best success for the Wildwood High School football team. When it comes to celebrating, no one knows a good party better than the Cork and Bottle, featuring all of the beers, wines, and spirits to make any occasion the perfect occasion. We offer local brews, too, and yes, we deliver free in the Wildwood, 7 Mile Beach, Rio Grande, and Cape May. Wildwood High have a successful football season, and moms and dads, when you plan that special get-together, remember the Cork and Bottle, 4601 Atlantic Avenue in Wildwood, or order online at thecorkdelivers.com.
High school football, streaming live on coastsportstoday.com on 98.7 The Coast.
All right, we are back at Maxwell Field. Brian Kniff with Ed Gorski subbing for Buddy Tarbot and Chris Knoll on the live video stream. 2nd down and 9 for Wildwood. They lead 14-6 as we head into the fourth quarter here.
Good to see the Warriors on top, Brian. Kids are playing hard, offense and defense.
The interesting thing is, leading by 8 at a touchdown and the 2-point conversion probably puts the game away.
Agree.
Puts them up 3 scores. 2nd and 9 for Wildwood. Troiano in the shotgun. Takes the snap, back to pass. He's looking, throws over the middle, incomplete. Dom Troiano took his eye off it. That was a great pass by his brother, and Dom Troiano just didn't look it all the way in.
No, he didn't. He looked back because he knew he was going to get met by a few Lindenwold players. And
that's big, because that was right around the first down marker, and instead of either 3rd and 1 or a first down, it's now 3rd and 9. Ball at the 38-yard line of Lindenwold. 11:56 to go in the fourth quarter.
Troiano has had some great passes dropped today. A shame.
Claudio DeLone setback. Troiano back to pass. Throws over to middle. Junior Hans incomplete. Off his hands.
Pass for Hans goes incomplete. Brings up 4th down for Wildwood.
It'll bring up 4th and 9.
That pass sailed a little bit for Troiano when he looked out to his left. I don't know that they would have got much out of it, Brian. There was
a lot of traffic around there. I agree, and I think if Hans had come down with that, I think he probably gets tackled right away anyway. So
right.
It goes down as an incomplete pass. So 4th and 9, and this might be in the area here where Wildwood goes for it. They're inside Lindenwold's 40. So rather than doing the quick kick like they've done a couple of times here, they may go for this. They may try to throw it downfield. We'll see. Troiano in the shotgun. They do have a man back. Salter is back deep for Lindenwold, anticipating a quick kick. He's back to pass. Looking, rolling. He's going to try to run. Can he get the first down? He does. Across the 30, and is knocked out of bounds at about the 25. That's a good scramble by Ernie Troiano, and he picks up about 13 in a first, or about 11 in a first down. Excuse me.
And unlike the pass, Brian, where he was forcing the ball, he tucked it and ran and had some daylight and made the play happen. It's good to see.
So that will make it 1st and 10 for Wildwood at the Lindenwold 24-yard line. 11:44 to go in the game. Wildwood leads at 14-6.
Very smart play by Troiano to tuck and run.
Yeah. And a pretty athletic play, too, because he had to spin away from 2 would-be tacklers to free himself out there to be able to scramble for that first down. So 1st and 10 for Wildwood at the Lindenwold 24-yard line. Troiano takes the snap, hands off to Claudio. He's hit immediately and gets back to the line of scrimmage only.
Jason Chavis hit immediately is the understatement. He almost met the ball there. They had that read very well, Lindenwold did, and no gain for the Warriors. 11:25 left in the ball game. 14-6 Wildwood on top of the Lindenwold Lions. 2nd down and 10 to go. Ball on the 24-yard line of Lindenwold, and Wildwood moving.
So 2nd and 10. Claudio did just get back to the line of scrimmage on that running play. 2 backs in the backfield here this time. Claudio and Nolan. High snap. Nolan ends up going back to get it, and this is going to be a loss of about 7.
Very smart by Nolan. He picked it out of the air and went immediately down. He didn't try to do too much with it or try to gain it. He actually recovered the high snap. Went to his knees.
This is going to bring up 3rd down and 18 here at the Lindenwold 37.
Unfortunate for the Warriors there. They had a nice couple play calls in a row. And these last 2 just didn't go too well for them.
Yeah,
I don't know why they're getting away from the run. It seems to be working with Claudio and Troiano both. And they seem to be getting away from it a little bit, and they're paying for it.
They got 2 downs here to get the yardage as they're inside Lindenwold's 35. Troiano back to pass, has some time. He looks, throws over the middle, too high for Junior Hans.
Pass intended for Junior Hans.
Yeah, that snap again was up high on Troiano. He had to catch it and reshuffle his feet, and it was hard. It was hard for him to make that pass.
At Lindenwold's 32-yard line, I think if I'm Wildwood, I'd punt this thing.
I agree.
You're leading by 8. I would try to pin them in. Your chances of getting a first down on 4th and 18 are very slim. I mean, and even though you're inside the 35-yard line of Lindenwold, Lindenwold's been playing this entire second half inside their own 20 when they have the football. Make them do it again. Make them go 80-some yards to beat you. But let's see what Wildwood does here on 4th and 18.
It looks to be a pass. 3 receivers to Triano's left, 1 to his right.
He is going to throw. It's a middle screen to Greg Mitchell, and Lindenwold does a great job of bottling that up, and it's no gain, and Wildwood turns it over on downs.
Lindenwold dropped back to a prevent defense, pretty much daring them to throw the ball, which is what he did. He kept it short across the middle, and then they gobbled up Greg Mitchell for actual loss.
All right, so 14-6 Wildwood, 10 minutes to play, 10:01 exactly. And Lindenwold has it 1st and 10 at their own 31. I still would have punted that, Ed.
I agree. I would have punted it as well. Would have pinned them, try to pin them inside the 10-yard line and make them beat you 90 yards.
I mean, even if you punted it into the end zone and they had to go from the 20, it's another 11 yards. I mean, you were 4th and 19. Salter back, had some trouble with the snap, but is able to gain it. Oh. It's hit as he throws, and it's incomplete. Oh, we're going to have a flag.
And the pass interference.
The Wildwood players never looked back for the football, and they end up running into the the Lindenwold receiver, and it ends up being pass interference and a 15-yard gain.
Pass interference going against Wildwood.
And it's a shame because it was a great play. Salter got crushed on the hit, and as he released it, and it was really like a punt. And no one turned around to see it, and they ran through the Lindenwold player, knocking him down.
Nazir Bryant was the intended receiver, and I don't think Bryant really had a shot at it, but he was prevented from coming back to the football by running into a Wildwood player who had never turned around to look for the ball. It's a good call. 1st and 10 now for Lindenwold. They hand it off to Busby off the left side, and he's got about 6 or 7 on 1st down.
Busby knocked out of bounds at the Wildwood 48-yard line.
By number 63, Julio Rivera.
And, this is Lindenwold's first time in Wildwood territory in a long time. But obviously they scored on the 85-yard touchdown run, so technically they went into Wildwood territory there. But
2nd and 5 for the Lions.
2nd down and 5 for Lindenwold at the Wildwood 49. 9:40 to go in the 4th quarter. 9:42 exactly. They hand it off, and taken down in the backfield.
Great tackle.
Is Jason Chavis.
Taken out by
Omarion McNeil initially in on the hit.
McNeil came all the way from the right side, Brian, through the backfield and met him on the opposite hash mark to make the tackle.
And that's a loss of 5. So it's now 3rd and 10 for Lindenwold.
Great tackle by McNeil.
Ball at the 46-yard line of the Lions. Lindenwold needs to get to the Wildwood 44 for a 1st down. Salter.
Bad snap.
Back to pass. Rolling. Hit. Taken down. And I thought Wildwood might have gotten away with offside. It looked like somebody jumped early, but
no flag.
No flag is down, and Salter is sacked, and Lindenwold probably has to punt here.
Another great play by McNeil to come across and wrap up and take the sack there. That was a great defensive play by McNeil.
So this will be 4th and 16. And let's see what Lindenwold does here. Clock is starting to become an issue. Clock approaching 8 minutes. It is running in the 4th quarter. Wildwood leading 14-6.
They'd have to get to the Wildwood 44 for a 1st down.
Salter is out of the game, so it looks like they will punt. Peterkin is in. And doesn't look like Wildwood's going to even try to return this. Ernie Triano's the deepest man, but he's standing right at the 1st down marker. Peterkin gets the kick away. It's short, angled to the sideline, and will be down by Lindenwold at the 48. And Wildwood will have good field position again.
And we're calling McNeil's name yet again, Brian, and he is so close to another block punt. He came through the line almost untouched, and Peterkin just was able to get it around him on the kick, which turned out to be a short kick for the Warriors. Great play by Amarion McNeil.
And again, Wildwood can certainly put the game away with a touchdown here, leading 14-6 with 7:43 to go. First and 10 for the Warriors. You're starting to see some tired bodies out there, and both of these teams have a lot of players playing both ways.
Yeah,
both of these teams have players that have probably played every play in the game, every snap.
Yeah, it's unfortunate for both schools, but you know what? Both kids, but both schools with their athletes have a lot to be proud of today. Both sides playing hard.
Troiano in the shotgun, first and 10 for Wildwood, their own 48. Hands it off to Claudio. Claudio's got room. Breaks one tackle. Still on his feet. Outside the 40. Claudio inside the 30. Inside the 20. 10-5. Touchdown.
Wildwood.
And Wildwood may have just put it away. A 52-yard touchdown run by Miguel Claudio with 7:32 to go. Puts the Warriors ahead 20-6.
Great run by Claudio O'Brien. He took the ball in the backfield, bounced off the right tackle, turned it upfield, and then bounced outside and turned on the Jets. Nobody could catch him. Great run. Touchdown Warriors, 20-6 with the ensuing two-point conversion coming.
Yeah, and this is a big two-point conversion because, obviously it would give them a 16-point lead, and all Lindenwold could do is score twice, get two-point conversions just to tie.
In 7 minutes and
32 seconds, right.
And they've really only been in Wildwood territory once, which was just a little while ago, other than the 85-yard touchdown run. So.
Troiano in the shotgun here. Claudio, the lone setback on the two-point conversion try here. Snap is good. Throws over the middle. Caught by Greg Mitchell, and that ball was tipped. I believe that ball was tipped by a Gloucester lineman, but Mitchell reached back across his body and caught it.
Terrific play by Mitchell. That's a definite highlight catch for Mitchell to reach back and regain control of the ball. And it might have been tipped by two Lindenwold players before he was able to catch it.
7:32 to go. Wildwood 22, Lindenwold 6. Back after this 30-second break on 98.7 The Coast.
High school football on 98.7 The Coast.
Greg Mitchell's two-point conversion reception comes after a 52-yard touchdown run by Miguel Claudio, and Wildwood leads Lindenwold 22-6 with 7:32 to go in the football game.
And Brian, you got to see when the last time Wildwood was up by 3 scores on anybody for a while, and it's good to see them have the lead and be able to.
You probably have to go back to Wes Hills' senior year,
yeah,
which would have been 2012, I believe.
2011, I believe.
Yeah. 12, I think, but whatever, somewhere in that range.
Yeah. And we were just talking up here in the press box, and the last time the Warriors won on a homecoming day might have been right around the same time. So it's a good atmosphere. It's good to see the crowd still here supporting the Warriors, supporting the kids, and kids playing some hard football today.
All right, Wildwood the kickoff after the touchdown. 22-6 they lead. 7:32 to go in the game. Mitchell boots it. Bounces around the 25. It's picked up by Salter. Cuts up the far sideline and is finally taken down at the 41-yard line. So Lindenwold will take over there, 1st and 10.
By Joey DeSalvo.
Joey DeSalvo on the stop.
DeSalvo made a good tackle. Salter, dangerous guy. Again, he has a lot of all-purpose yards. That is the go-to guy for the Lions. And Wildwood knows it. They covered him well.
And this is a situation here, if you're Wildwood, Ed, you just want to keep everybody in front of you. You know, if Lindenwold's going to go down and score, make them take 10 or 12 plays to do it.
Yep, and wrap up on your tackles, and they haven't been able to throw the ball too much, so.
All right, here's Salter in the shotgun. Takes the snap, rolls to his left, now comes rolling back to his right, and he is being chased, throws it to no one in particular. It's got to be intentional grounding.
Be grounding too, as well.
Well, the officials are going to talk here, and here comes the flag. The flag does come out.
And a mask.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, Dennis Asser was going down the field, down the near side here, and Salter would have done well just to throw it real far and out of bounds, but instead he held on to the ball an extra second and then threw it basically toward the Wildwood bench where the players are standing, and there was no Lindenwold player in the vicinity. And now we have
the Warriors have a player down on the field.
Player down on the field. This intentional grounding. The flag is being placed all the way back at the 27-yard line, so it'll be a loss of down.
And I can't make out the number, Brian, to see who that is that's injured. It looks like a shoulder injury yeah, it looks to be like a shoulder, maybe Jacob Adorno, we're being told. And he's been able to walk off the field on his own, which is good. Either possibly a stinger in the shoulder area that trainer Z's looking at. I'm sure she'll fix him up and hopefully get him back in the game. 7:19 left to play here at Warrior Field. 22-6. The Warriors on top of Lindenwold.
So the intentional grounding, it's 5 yards and a loss of down from the spot of the penalty. So this will end up being a loss. It's about 19 yards.
A long loss. The scoreboard showing 2nd and 28 for the Lindenwold Lions. So Wildwood just has to play some smart defense here, play somewhat of a prevent, keep everything in front of them, like you said.
They have the ball at their own 22. They need to get all the way out to the Wildwood 49 for a first down. So 2nd down and 29 for Lindenwold. And it looks like Wildwood jumped early.
McNeil's he's having a good day. He doesn't have to jump. He's quick enough to get there on his own and not help the Lions pick up any more yards on their own. That's for sure.
The offside penalty moves it up, but it's still 2nd and 24, excuse me. So 2nd and 24 for Lindenwold. 7:19 to go, fourth quarter. Wildwood leading 22-6. Warriors bidding for their first win since 2014. Here's a pass out in the flat. It's caught. Taken down is Bryant out of about the 31-yard line. It's a gain of only about 4.
And they keep the clock moving, too, which is good for the Warriors. 7 minutes left. The tackle was made by Hans. He had great pursuit on Bryant. Pass was to the flat, and Hans was able to wrap up and keep him in bounds, keep the clock moving, which is good for the Warriors. 6:48 left to play in the ball game. 22-6, Wildwood on top.
3rd down at about 19. Lindenwold, a couple players for Lindenwold moved.
Half the line on.
So this will be illegal procedure. That'll move them back another 5 yards.
Half the line on, or half the right line, right side of the line for Lindenwold jumps off at the same time. It seems that the snap count wasn't on the same page as everybody was in the huddle. 3rd and 24 for the Lions.
Salter back to pass. Looking, rolling to his right. Still looking, being chased. He's hit, spins out of that tackle. Now he's going to reverse field. He's got all kinds of room on the far side, and he runs out of bounds all the way up at the 45-yard line.
Salter runs out of bounds at the 45.
And that's a gain of about 17.
Yeah, he made something out of nothing there, Brian. He was hit twice in the backfield up high, and was able to spin out of both tackles and run all the way back. He probably ran further sideways than he did right up the field.
All right, 4th and 6 here now for Lindenwold, and this right here might be the ball game. It's 22-6 Wildwood, 6:06 to go, and if Wildwood gets a stop here,
it's pretty much over.
Yeah, it might be all Wildwood would have to do really is just take care of the football, and the game would be over. Lindenwold down 2 scores, certainly needs to make this first down on 4th and 6. Shotgun for Salter, 3 receivers. He's back to pass. He's looking. He fires. It's caught, and it's a first down. Good move out there, and it's a gain of about 8.
Santos had him stopped short of the first down marker, but he was able to spin around out of the tackle and pick up the first down.
Picks up the first down for the Lions.
Pass was complete to Nazir Bryant. Yeah, it looked like a Wildwood player may have had a shot to get him right at the 50, which would have been a yard short of the first down, and Bryant spun out of that and ended up gaining 3 more yards. So it's a first down and 10 for Lindenwold. 5:40 to go. Wildwood leading 22-6. Salter back to pass again. He's looking. He's being chased. He's hit by Mitchell and then taken down by Matos. And it's a sack and a loss of about 8.
Matos and Mitchell on the sack, so Matos makes up for the ill tackle that he had prior to that, which gave them the first down, and they were able to come up with the sack of Salter with 5:17 left to play here at Wildwood Field.
2nd and 17 for Lindenwold. And, you know, Lindenwold,
they have
exactly
more urgency, Brian. There's no urgency from the offense in Lindenwold. They're not hustling. They need 2 scores in 5 minutes and an onside kick to go along with that, and 2 two-point conversions. So their hands are full, to say the least.
Salter hands it off this time, and being hit and taken down is Chavis after a gain of about 3 or 4. That'll bring up 3rd down
Now with a 3rd
and 14.
3rd and 14 for the Lions. Wildwood hanging tough, playing great defense, keeping everything in front of them.
3rd and 14.
4 minutes, 17 seconds left to play in the game, and 4 minutes and 17 seconds away from the first win in about 47 tries for the Warriors.
Salter back to pass, rolling to his left. He's looking. He's going to fire it deep downfield, and it's incomplete. 3 Wildwood players around the intended receiver there. No chance. And in that instance, Ed, they all did the right thing and turned around and looked at the football. And I believe down there, Julio Rivera looked like he got his hand in there and knocked it away. So bring up 4th down.
Actually, it was a very smart play to knock it down, Brian, because if he picks it off, it's a problem. It's worse than a punt. So knock it down. It was the smart thing to do, and we're looking at a long 4th down for the Lions.
All right, 4th down and 14, and again, this is the game if you're Lindenwold. Down 2 scores with 4:02 to go. And Wildwood's going to take a timeout. I thought that might be coming. Wildwood coach Ken Loomis was actually on the field standing right next to one of the officials, and he kind of just waited for the clock to go down, and right before Lindenwold was about to snap the football, calls timeout. Just wants to make sure that he has the personnel in the right positions here on this 4th and 14, because this really is the game here with 4:02 to go and Wildwood leading by 2 scores. A stop here would really put Wildwood in pole position to finish this game off.
Absolutely.
So Wildwood takes the timeout, and so the defensive coordinator, Casey Dillon, over there.
And giving the kids a break, like you said, most of these kids playing both offense and defense and special teams. Real tired. Long day, long game, well-fought game, and the Warriors are smelling victory for the first time in a long time. 4 minutes, 2 seconds left to play. Lindenwold has the ball on their own 49-yard line, needing 13 yards for a first down, or pretty much the game for lack of better plays.
All right, so here we go. Here it is. Here's the big fourth down play. And back to pass is Salter. Looking, still looking. He floats it high down the middle of the field. And a good play by Ernie Troiano. He did not pick it off and knocked it down. And that's the smartest thing he could do.
Absolutely.
All the way down to the zone 20. And on fourth down, by just knocking it down, Wildwood will get it at the Lindenwold 49-yard line.
We just talked about that on the last play, Brian, when that ball was put up in the air, and Triano could have easily picked it off. It was right. He just knocked it down and didn't want anything to do with the interception. Great play, smart play, and Wildwood takes over with 3:55 left, up 22-6 here in Wildwood.
So it's 1st and 10 for the Warriors. And we would expect them to keep this ball on the ground here as they lead it by 16 with 3:55 to go. Wildwood looking to snap a 47-game losing streak.
And right now, Brian, it is the current longest losing streak in high school sports in the state of New Jersey.
Troiano on the shotgun. He keep it himself and has a pretty good run on first down. Picks up about 5.
And now you'll see
Matos is down hurt again.
that's the same leg that he hurt earlier, Brian. In
Well,
this area.
I'm wondering if this is a cramp. This could be a cramp.
It's the same.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is as they try to stretch him out. We're going to take a 30-second break. Injury timeout on the field. Back after this on 98.7 The Coast.
This is Wildwood Mayor Pete Byron. It's that time of the year again, and the City of Wildwood proudly supports all of our local schools. Whether you're in class or learning from home, please protect yourself and others and follow all the rules.
And now that football season is upon us, the City of Wildwood wants to wish the Wildwood Warriors the best of luck this season.
High school football, streaming live on CoSportsToday.com.
Brian Kniff with Ed Gorski, Chris Knoll on the live video stream. 22-6, Wildwood leads Lindenwold. 3:47 to go in the fourth quarter. 2nd down and 5 for Wildwood at the Lindenwold 44. And we have a delay here. Jose Matos, who went out with an ankle injury earlier in the game, is down. He looks like he's this time it looks like it's a cramp. So that's actually good. That's not a serious injury.
That is it's not really an injury. It's a cramp.
Right.
So he'll be able to walk it off, and they'll work him out, and he'll get back in there, I'm sure. And tough kid, and these Warriors are tough all around. I tell you, to play football here takes a special kid. To coach football here takes a better special person. And the coaching staff here has been waiting a long time for this. The student body's been waiting a long time for this.
Well,
the alumni's been waiting a long time for this.
The interesting thing, Brian Adair, who's on the staff here at Wildwood, he's the only coach left over from the last time Wildwood won a football game in 2014. So this has to feel good for him. And
anytime you can get a win is a good time, especially when you haven't had one in about 7 years. So that's a terrific time. Terrific time for the Warriors.
The clock is running, so Wildwood is going to let the clock run all the way down, probably inside 5 seconds on the play clock before they snap the football. And they do just that. They hand it off to Claudio, going off the right side, and he might have lost a yard there.
Brings up 3rd down, Brian. 3rd down for the Warriors. Looks like it might be 3rd and 6 for the Warriors. A loss of 1 for Claudio. The clock is ticking 2 minutes and 50 seconds away from a Warrior victory. And a Warrior victory in football doesn't usually be spoken about in the same sentence in the past few years, but it sure is nice to say it for these kids here.
Yeah, I mean, you could tell from the first couple of games, Ed, that this team was better. They played Pittman tough until that game was suspended and ultimately ended at halftime, and then they played Gloucester tough last week for a half. You could tell there was improvement here. Now, whether that was going to manifest itself in a victory, but it looks like it will. Hand off to Claudio, and with great second effort, he picks up 7 yards and a first down.
First down for Claudio, and that
might do it.
That will do it, Brian.
Lindenwold probably won't even take their timeouts now. I mean, they're down 2 scores. We're going to be way inside 2 minutes the next time this ball is snapped, and you don't see this that often around here at Wildwood, but this may be victory formation time for the Warriors.
Absolutely, and you know what? Rightfully so for them. So 147 and ticking away from a victory for the Warriors, and it's good for the kids, and again, good for the community, good for the school and the student body.
Triano takes the snap. He's going to keep it, runs off the right side, and is taken down inbounds to keep the clock moving. It's a pickup of about 4. And Wildwood really doesn't. As long as Lindenwold is not willing to take their timeouts, Wildwood can take a knee. But I guess with Lindenwold having timeouts, that's why they're running plays. It's 2nd down and 6. 1:08 to go. Clock will be well inside a minute to go by the time the ball is snapped here. And it's been a long time coming for Wildwood, but they will certainly enjoy this one.
Long time coming in a strange year for everyone.
Yes. Triano keeps it again. He's going to have the first down and more. Cuts it outside.
Have a touchdown.
And he's going to have a touchdown. Ernie Triano, a 34-yard touchdown run. Wow. To put the exclamation point on this one.
He just kept going and going and going, and Lindenwold just almost, I don't know if he wanted to score or not, Brian, but it looked like they stopped playing defense. He turned the corner and saw no one in front of him and said, why not? Let's go in for another score. 28-6 Warriors. And that will be the last nail in the coffin for the Lindenwold Lions.
Yeah, this got a little hairy in the third quarter when Josh Salter had the 85-yard touchdown run on 3rd and very long to make it a 12-6 game, but Wildwood responded. They went down and scored, and now they have really put the finishing touches on this, and they lead 28-6 with 41 seconds to go. And they will go for 2 as they do not kick.
And that could be another trivia question, Brian. When's the last time an extra point was kicked here?
They hand it off to Claudio, and he gets in.
Claudio in for the 2-point conversion.
30-6 Wildwood with 41 seconds left. Timeout on the field. We'll be back after this 30-second break. 98-7 the Coast.
Knee pain any longer. Hi, I'm Dr. Bob Olivieri, Director of the Pain Laser Center at Olivieri Chiropractic. Let us prove to you how we can help relieve your chronic knee pain through our non-surgical, non-pharmaceutical program. Schedule an appointment today and let us prove to you how we can help you using our unique state-of-the-art technologies. Avoid knee surgery, painful injections, and pain medication, and get back into living a pain-free life. Contact us today at Olivieri Chiropractic, 886-8585. That's 886-8585. Olivieri Chiropractic, the place for pain relief.
Thanks for listening to High School Football on 98.7 The Coast.
Back at Maxwell Field, Brian Kniff, Ed Gorski. 30-6 Wildwood, the 34-yard touchdown run by Ernie Triano. Miguel Claudio, the 2-point run with 41 seconds to go.
And a rare victory for the Warriors, as we have talked about it all game. A good game, a well-fought game by the Lindenwold Lions. We have to mention that the quarterback for them, Brian Soler, hopefully is doing better. We didn't get an update yet. He was taken out in the first half by an ambulance, which we never like to see anywhere. So the kickoff to Lindenwold is taken at their own 35-yard line with 40 seconds left to play, and Wildwood leading 30-6.
There was a squib kick as usual for Wildwood. Lindenwold will take over at their own 37.
Wildwood probably going to get into a somewhat of a deep prevent defense, keep everything in front of them, and hopefully keep the players in bounds and let them run the clock out. I think Lindenwold knows, it's time to start the bus and head for home. Salter back in the shotgun formation, 2 backs and 2 receivers split out to the left and right.
Here is Salter. He's going to keep it. Design quarterback keeper, and he picks up about 4.
Taken down by Greg Mitchell.
And we're now inside 30 seconds. If this last play is a run and he's tackled inbounds, this might be the last play of the game. As we're now down to 15 seconds. Salter will run it again. Runs it up the left side now. He will have a first down, and he runs out of bounds, so that does stop the clock with 8 seconds to go.
8 seconds to go for the Warriors, and looks like Coach Loomis just got a Gatorade bath there from the players on the Warrior team, and you know what? I think he'll take that Gatorade bath every day. So you can hear the crowd. Again, first win in 6 years for the Warriors, dating back to 2014. September 2014 was the last win for the Warriors when they beat Pleasantville 22-6. And this is a sweet victory for the Warriors on a rare Sunday high school football game being played. Salter takes the snap, rolls, seconds left, rolls out to the right, is taken down, and that's going to do it, folks. The Warriors.
It's the final play, and Wildwood wins it 30-6, and they snap the 47-game winning streak, and they get their first win since 2014. Wildwood coach Ken Loomis actually falls to the turf in euphoria, and the Warriors congratulate one another at midfield as they win it 30-6. And